Hello and welcome to our Tuesday night Rime of the Frostmaiden stream. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is episode 17. I write down announcements I want to do at the beginning of the stream, and then I always forget to look at it right before we start. Really nothing new, other than the setup's going to change a little bit in the coming weeks. Those of you who were here for last session will know that we ended with the party discussing whether or not they should split. And we have come to an agreement that, yes, they should split. And so this session, we have everybody. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be playing some sidekicks for a good portion of it, the latter half of the session. And then starting next week, we're going to be resolving these split parties. So you'll see fewer faces up here than normal. We'll be having 3 going one way, 3 going another, and I'll cover that in the session recap in a minute. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody who's watching that, once again, you can spend channel points that you're accruing by watching in order to bless a PC, name an NPC, or grant a healing surge to someone. I know our players really love seeing that come up, especially when they're in the dire straits. So be sure to do that. And yeah, that's really it. So let's go ahead and recap last session. When last we left our heroes, they were waylaid by some berserkers on the road, out on the tundra. They ended those berserkers and followed their trail, thanks to Leif, back to the cave that they attacked from. And that cave was mostly empty, except for a white worm, or a white, wormling. White wormling is the term. A white dragon wormling and a young white dragon that promptly attacked the adventurers when they came in. And then during that fight, they also found another Chardalyn berserker. This one, however, refused to die despite multiple lethal blows to the head. Refused to go down. The party later determined that there was a brazier that was apparently gifted to these berserkers. It had some sort of magical properties to it. And when they doused the magical blue flame in that brazier, that Chardalyn berserker did finally die. The damage of his wounds caught up to him. And then from there, they rescued a reghead nomad hunter named Hilva, who was captured by those berserkers and was set to be their next sacrifice in that magical brazier. And they learned from Hilva that the nearby wolf tribe, the camp of the tribe of the wolf, has been faced with some very tough situations lately that have resulted in their quote-unquote king commanding them to take part in cannibalism, where the weakest of their tribes are killed off so that the stronger ones can eat and continue to survive in the harsh winter. Our party was not a fan of that in any way, and there was some disagreement as far as if they should prioritize dealing with, as has been dubbed, the Cannibal King, or if they should stick on their current path and head to Sky Tower Shelter. And in the break between last session and this session, we have determined that they will be doing both. We'll be having 3 PCs go one way and 3 PCs go the other. And so for this beginning part of this session, we're basically going to be dealing with the last... I'm going to move us to the Cave of the Berserkers here. We're going to be dealing with the decisions, the planning, everything that has to happen in order to ensure that the party can split and feel good about where they're going and feel properly prepared and know what's going to happen when they're done with their next session. No, that's fine. And then after we take our break at 8 o'clock, then we'll come back and we'll get to our side characters from there. So I have close quarters stuff for us. I have like the pairings set up if we want to do that first, or if you guys want to kind of get into the groove of things first, and then do close quarters later, we can do that as well. So it's up to you guys.
Are we just assuming that like the characters like off screen kind of like had the discussion and figured out what groups to split into?
I'm fine if like the actual decision making of it happened off screen, and then the stuff that we cover here for this session this part of it is more like just people talking to each other, because obviously, like, as has been determined, certain characters that are always together will not be together. So, and the remainder of the planning with regards to like where we're going to meet up afterwards and stuff like that. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to do it, instead of rehashing debates we've already had. And okay, works for me.
Although I suppose it should be said who is going where.
Sure.
Yeah.
Both as a reminder to us and for people watching.
So,
So as we just talked about.
Yeah.
So
Right.
next,
Here's the plan. We're like the the Avengers and Endgame being like, all right, here's what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna move just for the stream's purposes. I'm gonna go back to the regional map here. So we'll be splitting into 2 groups of 3, as was mentioned. Next session, so next week, once my map loads in here, next week will be the group that goes to Sky Tower Shelter, the Goliaths that train Griffins. And that session will be consisting of Bear, Rixana, and Nahesa. So Josh, Ian, and Cayce will be going to Sky Tower Shelter next week. And then the week following, we will be doing the Wolf Tribe Camp. And that will be with the remaining PCs, Leif, Cayleigh, and Runa. So MJ, Dave, and Justin will be going to the Wolf Tribe Camp. So that's our split. That's who is going where.
Is it on the other map for anyone else?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope.
I just did it. If you want to, I just did it for the stream purposes, but I can move everybody over to the regional
Yeah, I just
map
want to
if you
double check
want.
the distances.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, actually, I hadn't even seen where the camp was. Okay, that's not bad.
I think I added the camp off screen, like off stream between sessions. So
Off stream, scream.
yeah, all of the above.
A scream is like a stream screen.
So in order to get to Sky Tower, would we essentially be kind of heading east, hugging the mountains and going down, versus
imagine
like
we'd go
going
over the
across the mountains? Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing going over the mountain takes longer.
Like I know it halves movement, but as far as like story wise, is it even possible to like scale these? Like how crazy of mountains are these?
Oh, with your sled, though, is the other thing.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the dog sled would be tough to go over the mountain. I would say that if you're going actually over the mountain itself, we'd probably reduce speed even further than half. Whereas if you're traveling on the tundra, your speed's going to be normal for the first day until you get to about here. And then from here, it's going to be cut in half. So you'll go from 1 mile an hour to half a mile an hour.
Yeah, I think that looks like what our route would be.
Yeah.
Now, this was the beginning of the day that we went to here, right? So it's still probably about what,
Yeah.
AM or something?
Your long rest was interrupted, so you finished a long rest. You probably got to the Cave of Berserkers around midday, so it's currently around, I would say probably around like noon-ish at this point.
Okay. All right. There we go. The map finally kicked in.
Yeah,
I know it took me a while to load into.
it takes forever to load this dumb regional map sometimes.
It's just so big, guys. There's so much space.
Speed of the dog sleds, it's like a mile an hour.
1 mile an hour. I mean, 1
Yeah.
mile.
Until we-
Yes, 1 mile
Yep.
an hour.
So I guess the biggest question is where we meet up. Do we kind of like form a triangle and meet up in the west somewhere?
I was just
Roughly
going to say Easthaven.
equally just. Oh,
I think we should meet
separately
up.
to Easthaven?
I think we should meet up before Easthaven.
Like
Agreed.
somewhere
I
here.
think, like, God forbid something happens to one of the groups. We don't want to get to Easthaven and then be like, oh no, they're not here, and then go
Where is
all the way
everyone?
back out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if
they
one,
don't meet
if
in
like,
Easthaven, they're obviously dead. So
no, that's not necessarily true. Like, they might be like captured or, you know.
Like somewhere off to the west of the cave we're at right now is what I'm imagining. Like
I think
somewhere
we
west
meet.
of the mountains.
Yeah, like I think like right here maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough
Oh, sure.
time that you can get there, you know, in like a day and a half from the Wolf Tribe camp. You can get there in like 2
Yeah.
days from Sky Tower.
Basically, as
meet up
much as
there.
possible, so no one has to like go off course from where they would head to Easthaven.
We don't have we don't. The easy landmark would be where the rivers intersect.
Mm,
Yeah.
So like either
Mhm.
here or here.
yeah, that makes sense.
One of those two spots.
I'd say the northernmost
Mhm.
intersection makes more sense.
That makes sense to me.
Try to go for the northern one, or at least the Wolf Tribe people go to the northern one, and if they aren't there, we could continue to the southern one. But then don't go any further from there. Just so we could meet up a little earlier. I have a feeling the Wolf Tribe will go probably faster than Sky Tower.
Yeah, I think we go to the southern one actually. This one here.
Yeah,
That's
if
fair.
travel goes unimpeded both ways, the group will make it to the Wolf Tribe camp while the other group is still traveling to Sky Tower.
Mm.
Yeah, so let's meet up like either here or maybe even like here. You
Like
know, in
the mouth
between
of the
two.
mountains, basically.
Yeah, exactly. One of the two. Because I think the Wolf Tribe camp people will get there first. Either way.
Unless we have griffins.
It's
Right,
true.
unless you
They'll come
unless you
flying in.
build yourself some griffins and then you might get there first, but that's fine.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
fine to me.
All right, I'll leave that mark on the map there just so then we have that for future.
And then should we have a backup of whoever gets to wherever first? Just keep going to the various landmarks? Maybe leave something?
But like another.
I don't know, just so we meet up
But-
a little bit sooner. Just in case things go wacky. So we're waiting at
Things went wacky.
yeah.
We got to Sky Tower shelter and everything was abstract geometric shapes. Isn't that weird? And there was a
But-
janitor from another dimension, and
With this campaign, you never know, I guess, right?
Yeah. The other thing, both in character and out of characters, do both parties have a way to communicate with each other?
I
That
can send animal messenger.
So animal messenger. What about on our side?
I've got a familiar.
Familiar.
Hmm.
Okay.
Really
Just in
helps.
case
Although
someone
animal
gets like
messenger only
captured
works
or
if-
something.
Animal messenger will only work if they are actually at the place I say they are.
Hmm.
Like if I say
True.
go to Sky Tower shelter and find Leif and sell him this, well, I'm partying with Leif. You get the idea. Then and he's not there, then animal messenger is useless. He won't like seek him out
Yeah.
or whatever.
Do you know
but
if it
whatever.
failed?
No, I will not know if it fails.
I'm just picturing like hypothetically if we tried to steal some griffins and were like thrown into jail or something, then might need to just hypothetically
never
might need to send.
How
a
many days is
message
it from Sky Tower to the rendezvous?
Let's see. From Sky Tower to the rendezvous, it is that's 1 day, 2.5.
That's on foot.
Yeah.
That's with the dog sleds. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were with griffins, that's an hour.
Yeah.
Woo! Fast travel initiated.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, I just realized worst case scenario, I can send a message by prepping Skywrite.
That'd be awesome.
Help.
Yeah.
As long
the
as
only
it's not a
problem with
blizzard,
Skywrite
yeah.
is everyone else gets that message too. Everyone in Icewind
Wait.
Dale is like, oh, I wonder where
When
they're
has
going.
the party ever been subtle?
That's why we need a code word.
Yes, the code word is help.
Use that word if everything is okay. Yeah, that rendezvous point is actually
Sure.
pretty close to being
It's about
the
as
same
close
amount
to-
of travel time from one as from the other. So
It's about as close to being equidistant as we can get without it being a completely arbitrary location in the middle of nowhere. This
Right.
one actually is like pretty easy to spot, not on a map. You're like,
Mhm.
there it is.
How long
Mhm.
do we wait at that point?
I'd say
Yeah.
Doesn't
wait
show.
wait like a day or two, and if they're not there after that, then something is probably wrong.
Mhm.
Because how far is it from that point to Easthaven? is the other question.
Couple days.
About 2.
Yeah. About 2 days.
Okay.
A little over 2.
So the question is,
Or 2 hours.
if the other party doesn't show up, do they just keep marching on to Easthaven to make it in time? Or are we trying to send in rescue parties?
Yeah, I think if one party doesn't show up, then the other party goes to the place
them.
that they went and like, yeah.
Pull them
Or
out of
they
figure
the
out what
can
happened.
I mean,
have someone go to Easthaven, other party.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, we're planning for failure, which I don't like to do. So,
Mhm.
we want to go to Easthaven, but we don't need to. So
right, yes, we want to get to Easthaven in time for the moot, but we have actually more than enough time to get back before the dragon or the attack, quote unquote.
We can
So-
split the party even more. Soon we'll
Oh
have
my God,
individual
yeah.
sessions.
Two
All
people
one-on-one
Easthaven,
sessions.
and one person goes for no.
What's the
Everyone
day
picks
today?
their
Every
favorite.
town. Yeah.
Today is if you don't long rest again, and if you leave, I think this is the 4th of Marpanoth. Let me open the calendar.
Marpanoth.
It is the 4th.
Like, what a weird word.
And if you
Good.
long rest again, then you'll be leaving early on the 5th.
Mhm.
So the moot is on the 10th. Or what? When was the moot?
Speaker Wayland said that he was going to establish or set up the moot for a 10-day is what he expected to happen, which would put it around the 10th.
Okay.
But no specific date was actually said to you guys, so that would be that's just going off of your guesstimation. So
yeah, honestly, I think we need to get traveling ASAP.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Did we finish searching this cave, like for stuff, goodies?
I believe so. We got some
I think
junk.
we've been in each room.
Did we?
I know Leif went and looked around while everyone was talking to Hilva.
There
There
was
was a
treasure
Oh,
put in the chat.
chest, if I recall.
Yep. Yep, I know Justin split up the gold pieces for us, so everyone should have gotten. Let me scroll up. Everyone should have gotten 18 gold and 69 copper.
Yeah.
Because it's
copper.
10 silver for gold. Yeah. All right. There's also a leather wallet with thieves' tools in it, cracked spyglass worth 250 gold pieces, a spell scroll of knock, and a magic sickle.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
scroll, sickle, and what else? Thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools and a spyglass. Yep.
Well, the spyglass is broken, so it's just
Right.
Bendy
So it's just
for-
waiting to be turned into gold.
Let's-
Also that magic sickle is unidentified. I should specify. So
Okay.
I can take a moment and identify that.
okay.
yeah. Like if we take a short rest, that's okay. But then if we get on the road, then all right.
Sure.
Well, I won't bother casting it as a ritual. It just takes a minute.
Oh, okay. This is a moon sickle +1.
Ooh.
So I'm going to add this to everybody's journals under the magic items. +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with it. And you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs of druid or ranger spells if you're attuned. In addition, you can use the sickle as a spell casting focus for said spells. And when you restore hit points through a spell, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the amount of hit points restored, provided that you're holding the sickle while you do so.
Interesting.
Doesn't seem like it's good for anyone. The sickle thrown? Probably.
I
I
mean-
don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm. It is not.
So if
Slashing.
both groups spend a day at each place, then the Wolf Tribe group is going to be waiting at the rendezvous for 2.5 days.
Sounds about right.
Oh, right, because the travel time is longer to get there. Yep,
Mhm.
that's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is that
I mean,
saying that it should be like a 3-day wait time then?
That's like the earliest they'll get there. If they spend a day at Sky
Mhm.
Tower, and they spend a day,
Sure.
we spend a day at Wolf Tribe.
Sure.
what does that sickle do again?
I put it in
It's
your
in your
journal.
journal.
Oh, it's in a journal. Okay, I was
Yep.
looking in chat. Didn't see it there. I guess I should take it. If it gives me a bonus to spellcasting. Yeah.
Well, it has to be a druid or ranger that attunes to it. So yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Moonsicle.
Man.
What, did you really want it?
You're not a druid. Get out of here.
Cayleigh's just
Uh,
pining over that sickle.
This will make me a good backup healer. Or not even backup healer. Primary healer. Someone hands me the sickle, and it's just like,
Suddenly you gain a level in White Mage.
I already have curved blade. Swing! Takes a scythe, drops it on the ground. No attachment to objects whatsoever.
So now the sisters both have moon weapons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Didn't think
fun.
about that.
And our names are Moonglade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my, it's all coming together.
Yeah. It's like it was made for us.
Well, do you actually drop the scythe on the ground?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll put it in the bag of holding. Because.
Oh, just
Battle
curious,
Armor
does anyone
with all
have a
shard.
light hammer?
Yeah, just stuffing it down it. Like,
I hand you like 3 different hammers. Your choice.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
This Goliath encounter is just gonna turn into a swap meet. Just bear pours everything. So like, can we trade you for a griffin?
Are we worried about the optics of showing up on their doorstep with a horde of cursed metal?
It's in a bag of holding.
they won't even know it's there. Unless you pile everything out of the bag of holding, like you were saying.
Okay.
Easy to search through a bag of holding. You kind of have to dump everything out to get what you want.
Oh yeah, reaching into the
You know,
bag of holding with a bunch of Chardalyn in there.
When you reach in, whatever object you think of that's in there, you pull out. So
I'd be thinking, don't touch the
The-
Chardalyn.
Now, when you reach in, don't think about the Chardalyn. Okay, Chardalyn.
Don't think about the Chardalyn. Damn it. Pink
It's a
elephant
new board
appears.
game for kids. Don't touch the Chardalyn.
A new game by Milton Bradley.
All right, does anyone need any healing before heading out?
I forgot.
I mean,
Everyone's
I
saying
assumed
no,
we
I don't know
were
if
going to
it's
take a short rest
Yeah,
before we left.
short rest. or
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm a little hurt,
yeah.
but nothing that a short rest can't fix up.
I was just wondering if you wanted to not take a short rest, but okay.
Well, then you're.
I don't see why we
I-
wouldn't.
Right.
We all used our stuff. Like
Yeah.
I
okay.
used my
Yeah,
superiority
different
dice.
Back.
Yeah, I was out of key.
Yeah.
I can heal up with healing kit, so as well.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. you
Okay.
say.
Well, I guess if we're taking a short rest.
We are. And then a bunch of numbers appeared. There we go. But you don't get your 5 temp HP back.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on.
Stupid dragon breath.
Hmm.
Is anybody interested in doing any sort of in-character stuff before the party splits?
Nick, is there a way to integrate this Moonsicles +1 into my stuff without having to like manually change everything?
There should be a global attack modifier as well as global yeah.
Mm,
Correct. Yeah. Let me.
Oh, it's in the little gearbox,
Yeah, so if
isn't
you're,
it?
yeah, if you're in
Yep.
class
Yeah, okay.
options, global attack, magic attack modifier, as well as spell save DC.
Well, that if okay, I see.
And then if you'll just have to make sure you have that selected when you're using the sickle and deselected when you're
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
you know,
I'm
that sort of thing.
pretty much always going to be using it, except when I'm in animal form,
Right.
Mhm.
hmm
in which case it's not applicable.
So we're leaving the wolf tribe woman here with the meat, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to take
Oh.
the. I wanted to butcher the dragons. That's right.
Oh, sure.
Sorry, you wanted to what?
Butcher the dragon.
I would say anyone proficient in survival would feel confident in butchering the dragons.
Well, okay then.
At least it would make a decent gift for the Goliaths. I think it could be worth our while.
That's true. Yeah,
I don't see
some
an
kind of
option.
remnants of the dragon for the Goliaths.
Yeah,
There's a
and that's
global
probably-
magic attack modifier, but there's no global magic damage modifier. So I guess I have to do that
Well,
manually.
it wouldn't
Well, you're-
apply.
Yeah, you're not going to want to do magic. You're going to want to do global attack modifier because it's not for your spell. Oh, it is for your spells. The moon
It
sickle
is
does
for
both.
spells.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like it's not.
whatever. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that one you'd have to do manually by spell, I think.
Mhm.
That's
Sure.
Or
Because there is no.
Oh, there's a global damage modifier down here. I'll just add.
yeah, there is a
Well,
global
that's
attack
for.
build as well. But,
So unless-
Hilva would openly question the decision to have her stay behind.
I don't know what that's about.
So
Well, we're the Goliath people are going to have to take 2 sleds, right?
Mm.
oh, I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, we're only taking one because I'm gonna just be in animal form.
Right, but I thought 3 people and all the cargo was going to slow the wolf tribe group down.
It would. Yep. I see. I didn't realize it was a question of travel speed. I mean, she would still question it, but when you would explain it to her.
Well, there's also the hoard of food in a cave nearby, right?
Yep, just in a cave to the north from your current position where that original Chardalyn Berserker came from. There's about 80 to 100 pounds of meat frozen up there.
So I think we'd bring that along for the wolf tribe. I can see the argument for the dragon going to the Goliath because, yeah, that does sort of prove a feat of strength. Like, hey, look at this dragon we killed.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we don't even necessarily need all the meat, just some.
I was going to say
the
just bring the
head and some-
hide.
Yeah, the head and hide.
Yeah, let the meat go to the people who are actually starving right now.
Mhm.
What's her name? Want Dragon Bones? That woman.
Oh, yeah.
Dumb elemental thing.
Danica Greysteal
Whatever.
did request for dragon bones. Yes.
I don't know. Scrape a couple of those out.
We'll get 50 XP for turning those in.
The giblet bones.
Giblet. Giblet's not a good word to use. It's just a weird. I don't like it. It's like a doom.
It's kind of like moist.
Yeah. It's just a word. I just don't. No, I don't like it.
Cayleigh and Leif, can you two give me, well, and Bear, can the 3 of you give me history checks, please?
Oh boy.
Here we
Since
go.
you are the 3 with explicit
Ooh.
experience in Icewind Dale before.
There we go.
Oh wow. Well, Cayleigh and Bear, you two, the idea of like taking the evidence of killing a dragon and bringing it to the Goliaths, you two are kind of concerned that that could be seen as a challenge, and not so much as an offering. Yeah, you're kind of concerned that the Goliaths might interpret that as you guys going, "Look how tough we are. You guys better do what we say," and not so much as, "Hey, we're here to be friends."
You know what, guys? You may want to hold on to all this dragon stuff for yourselves. The Goliaths could take it the wrong way. Save that hide. I could work that into some various items later, but take
if we
the
just-
dragon.
What if we just hold on to it, and in case we need to pull it out, like things are going bad? Like I wasn't imagining like showing up on their doorstep and like rolling out ahead and going like, like what we did. I was,
With the bag of holding.
yeah, so maybe we just hold it, but not necessarily pull it out first. chance
Pile
we
more
get.
stuff into the bag of holding. That's what it's there for.
Let's just put everything in the bag of holding. Put Nahesa
It
in the
does
bag of
have
holding.
its limits. With that said, we
Ooh,
find a portable hole though, and then all bets are off.
Actually, thinking about all this food that we're going to bring, would it make more sense for a wolf tribe group to actually bring the bag of holding for travel purposes?
True.
Only one of you can turn into a bird, right? So
Yeah.
no matter what, there's no other sled or anything that could be repurposed in here, is there?
Correct.
Could we fit 3 people and a bag of holding onto the sled?
Don't think
Mhm.
they can breathe after 10 minutes. But
I
I'm
don't think you
pretty
meant
sure
in the
most
bag
of
of
them-
holding.
I
Yeah, we could run a hose into there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just have 3 little straws poking out of the flap of the bag. The thing is, once you go over 2 people on a sled, that's when the travel time is going to go down.
I was
Because you have
thinking if all the gear and whatnot was in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So-
Remove the
Oh.
cargo and replace that with another person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say you could do that if you're putting all of your stuff into the bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean the Goliath crew. I think we're traveling pretty light. I don't think we need a ton of stuff.
Sure.
Hand over the bag of holding. Have fun.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
And then, like, one day out, Bear decides to use that infusion for something else.
I was gonna say, just wait.
Just
And then all your
meatballs
stuff just
everywhere.
drop.
Actually,
The
that
bag
is
just
a question.
explodes.
If Bear dies, does all of the magic disappear?
I think
Uh,
isn't it within a
it's
certain amount
next-
of
It's next sunrise, I think, or something like that.
Oh, it was
sure
It's not immediately, but yes, it
number
does
of
disappear.
days or hours
like
equal
int
to
mod
intelligence or something?
days.
Yeah.
So we'll have an indication
Yeah.
of how well the other group is doing. Okay.
The bag just explodes into meat confetti.
Well, Ghost Bear's gone.
Is Bear okay?
Guess we don't need to wait around.
No, sir, I don't like it.
So once again, does anybody want to do any in-character stuff before the parties split?
Yeah, I think Runa and Rixana will have a quick chat, regardless of any upcoming
Mhm.
close quarter scenes that may or may not happen.
Sure.
And I think it'll amount to basically we've decided, off camera, so to speak, that like, these people want to go here, these people want to go here, and in order to keep the groups even, Runa and Rixana have to split up.
Hmm.
And so, like, after the decision is made, Runa will approach Rixana and just be like, so I guess I won't see you for a while.
Yeah, a couple days at least, but we'll be back together soon. Probably with Griffins, I think. Probably.
So what you're saying is that if she pauses about as long as I'm pausing, and says, You're not keeping tabs on me.
What do you mean keeping tabs on you?
If you were Tissa, you wouldn't let me out of your sight. Which means you really are my sister.
Yeah, I am. Why would I spy on you? You're your own person.
And she'll just like thud into you in a hug, like just collapse into your arms and just start crying randomly.
I'll hug you back, and before you go, I'll put something into your hand and say, I have a gift for you. Well, I have another gift that isn't quite ready, but this is the best I have for now. And when I remove my hand, it's 10 of my ball bearings.
Cool.
These are, whenever I find myself not knowing quite what to do, I always use one of these. And it gives me time to think until I actually figure out what I really want to do. So if you get stuck out there and don't know what to do, you got 10 of these bad boys to help you out. Use them wisely.
Slam cut to like Runa throwing a ball bearing at an enemy. Funk.
Someone asks Runa a question, and she's like,
I don't know the
There you
answer. Sorry. No. So she like when you open your hands, she almost like winces for a second, like she thinks that something's gonna leap out. When it's just that, she accepts them gratefully. Thank you. I'm sorry for all the times that I didn't trust you. It was hard for me to tell.
It's okay. Trust is a hard thing, even for me, especially for me sometimes. So I understand.
Can we come up with like a phrase that you'll say if it's really you when we meet up? Just so I know.
Sure. What's something you think Tissa would never say? What's a word Tissa would never say?
She thinks about it for a little while. I'm glad that I found you because I didn't want to have to hunt you.
That's what Tissa would say?
Tissa loves to hunt.
Okay. I'm glad that I found you because I didn't want to have to hunt you.
She shrugs.
I can work with that. Plus, I'm sure Tissa can't do great backflips like I can. I'll do a backflip. Just an extra layer of protection.
You're like
Let's
a
see
middle
how
school
good
kid
my
trying to
backflip
impress-
is.
You're like a
Ooh.
middle school kid trying to
That's
impress the
great.
girl you like. Watch me do a backflip.
I rolled 26 for acrobatics, so it was a pretty sick.
It's just standing backflip, just right there. Barely any prep needed.
Pretty impressive. Also pretty random.
Tissa can't do that.
But was it a plank double backflip?
Cool.
All right.
And
Well,
yeah. Just before she turns around and looks at the other like 4 people standing, like debating, and she just says like, none of the 4 of them better be Tissa. I'm gonna be real mad. Just like walks over.
Removing
worry,
10 ball bearings from my inventory.
Oh yeah, I better add that. Just in case.
all
It's where
right.
TV
So,
show that would definitely come up again later. Be like, if only we
yeah,
had some
Chekhov's
bearings.
ball bearings.
Yeah,
Beat me to the punch.
and check out the ball bearings on that guy.
Oh, jeez. All right. So our groups, assuming there's no other in-character stuff that you guys want to resolve, and you all resolved your short rest, recovery, that sort of thing. I saw the hit dice.
Mhm.
So you guys are going to head out into the tundra on the 4th of, in the afternoon of the 4th of Marpanoth. And from there, it's a little early, so I would hate to. Well, we can transition and then do a break. That's fine. There's nothing saying we can't.
Were we gonna
So
do
let's
a
just-
close quarters?
Well, we were, but we're at 10 minutes to break right now, and I would hate to do like one close quarters, take our break, then do two, and then transition. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do you guys want to do one? Because I suppose we can if you want. If you'd rather.
I mean,
Yes.
I think it'd be nice to close out that scene with one, but if no one else wants to, then I don't care.
Well, we can make them
It's gonna
pretty
be
short.
a few
too.
weeks before we see some of these people again.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. All right. Well, since I didn't get the pairings to you guys early, let's do this as a random one so you guys can go ahead. I'll move us back to, I'll get our characters on the map here actually.
Well, if you want to,
then you can
still
just-
keep
I have to
them if-
run to the bathroom first, though. So
Sure.
you guys keep going.
So go ahead and click your macros. And I'll get Runa on the board at least. There we go. Okay, close quarters. What do we got? We have only one character with 6s, so we go to 5s, which would be well, we have Cayleigh, Runa, and Rix all have 5s, so it's going to be Rix. We'll do Rix and Cayleigh because Rix and Runa just had a scene together. So Rix and Cayleigh are together, and then we go to 4s, which we only have the one with 4s still. So then we go to 3s, that would be Leif and Runa. So Rix, Cayleigh, Leif, Runa, Bear, Nahesa.
What?
No?
But not only did we not match on all right.
Well, you're the remainder then.
We're the odd ones out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, that's because we have 3 characters with 3s, 3 characters with 2s, and we do the 3s first. Rix, and I already forgot. Leif, Rix, Cayleigh, Leif, Runa, and Bear Nahesa. So other than Leif and Runa, if anyone is struck with any ideas, Rix and Cayleigh would have a positive scene. Bear and Nahesa. If you're going with suggestions, it would be probably negative, but however you want to take it.
I don't know. We didn't match on anything. So
Yeah.
It's not a perfect system.
Has a positive scene with anybody. I don't know. Well, we're about to be outbound together, so kind of makes sense to discuss that.
True.
But
Yeah.
Ian or Justin, do you guys have ideas for your own scene? Or okay.
Yeah, I do. Justin, are you still there?
He's on camera.
He's frozen.
Oh, looks like he's frozen, yeah. How fitting.
Someone found
Yeah.
the survivor wrong.
Maybe we'll go to the first then.
So I'll go ahead and start ours off.
Okay.
So Bear starts checking gear and getting things ready for taking off, and kind of stops mid-check and looks over at Nahesa. So, do you have a plan for when things inevitably go wrong with the Goliaths?
I think I might object to the supposition of inevitability.
It's our group. Whatever our first plan is never seems to work. So I I acknowledge that you are probably correct that it is not fair to, assume failure, but it's better to be prepared. And since this was something that you seemed a little more gung-ho than I am about, any ideas for what we should do if something were to go wrong?
Well, what do you envision going wrong specifically? We're not going there with any hostile intention. We're spreading the news of, the imminent threats to the region. They might not greet us with open arms, but I'm not sure that, I would guess on them deciding to start anything. And, worst comes to worst, hire them to, wing us back to the rendezvous point. And
Well, as far as what could go wrong, we don't know really very much about this particular group of Goliaths. They stay away from 10 towns. They don't seem to care about it. The attack doesn't involve them. It's a very realistic possibility that they don't want to get involved or possibly want us to get out of there lest, we bring trouble down on them. Now, with that said, there's part of me that wouldn't be surprised if they kind of want trouble, but you never know. We can't just assume that we'll be able to show up and get our griffins and everything will be fine and dandy, especially with an unknown group like this.
agree that, generally speaking, lots of things could break bad in lots of axes, but as to the particularities of this scenario, I don't know that there's anything that's worthwhile assuming, that it will go wrong. Again, the worst thing they can say, other than, we're put to death for showing up there, is no.
And you'll just accept that and move on?
Let's just say maybe I'm more of a ask forgiveness before permission kind of girl, anyways.
So what you're saying is be ready to ask for forgiveness.
As you've said numerous times, lots of things can go lots of ways.
Well, I guess we'll see how it plays out.
I think they can be convinced of, or, I think they can be brought to see reason. A couple of intrepid individuals such as ourselves.
None of us that are going are the very talkative types, so...
Over our shoulders, Rixana is like doing backflips. Right? Like,
Check me out! Woo!
Let's hope that things do go well.
All right.
we're on the same page
yeah.
in that regard.
Okay, so then we have Rixana Cayleigh or Leif and Rún.
We can do our quick scene. So I'll try to find Cayleigh before, as everyone's kind of getting packed up and ready to split apart.
I think you'll be surprised that Cayleigh is looking for you.
Nearly run into each other. You're just the person I wanted to talk to, actually, before we split up.
Yeah.
I know we haven't talked much, despite spending so much time together the past however long it's been. But I had a favor to ask you, which is to watch out for my sister, since we're splitting apart.
Yeah, consider her part of my family.
I appreciate that. And I don't even mean so much like protecting her physically, because she can protect herself, and someone like Leif is strong and can protect, but you're maybe the one person in this group more than any other that I trust to be there for her when she needs it. I mean, you're probably better at that than I am, actually.
Yeah, anything she needs, I will try to be there for her. You have
Okay.
my word on that.
Thank you. Well, I'll try not to kill anyone who doesn't really, really deserve it.
You're with a good group of people. I think, yeah, this mission will be tough for you guys, but Nahesa is sharp and smart. You can listen to her. You're probably going to be the one that needs to talk to the Goliaths, though. So, I think you'll do well. You all are pretty talented, but maybe not in the way that you expect to. Going to the Goliaths, I think you'll come up with something. Because yeah, those griffins would be huge.
I think they will. So just look out. We'll be flying in with griffins. I'm pretty sure we'll come back with griffins. If the other option is we'll probably be dead or in prison, but probably griffins more than likely.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Stay
Okay.
safe.
You too. And thank you again.
Mhm.
All right. Leif and Runa, want to close us out?
Yep. So I think Leif will be butchering that dragon.
Okay. Would he have any reason to talk to Runa, or should Runa approach him?
I think if Runa's milling around, he'll call her over.
Mhm. Okay.
Like if you seem to have like no purpose, he'd call her
Yeah. Just in life.
over. No. But like after your goodbye with
no, yeah, she's like, yeah.
Runa, you know where we're going tomorrow, right?
She
Someone
points to,
told you?
yeah, she points to the NPC whose name I've already forgotten, and Runa's probably already forgotten or never knew, and says, we're going to her home.
And you understand what's happening there and why we're going.
I'll admit I wasn't in the room when she first explained it, but Rixana told me all about it.
Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a saying where I come from. Leif's munching on dragon jerky.
Yeah.
Already? He's
Oh.
already made it jerky.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Storms make trees take deeper roots. And I get the impression you've had a hard time. But where we're going, you're going to see some things that people should never do.
I'm aware of a great many things that people should never do.
So when the time comes, there's no time for games.
She seems oddly lucid, more than usual. And she sits down next to you as you're working and takes a long time and then says, I spent a very long time only playing games. Now that I'm here, now that I'm free, I think I'm starting to understand what it means. What all of this is.
Right. If I could spare you
Don't-
going, I would, because what's happening at this place is the worst. Is the worst that a person can do to another person. And I would spare you it if I could, but we can't. So when the time comes, no games, no hesitation. Hesitation is defeat. Do you understand, Runa?
I think I understand better than you think I do. The game that we played the most was the one in which we were hunted or hunted each other. And when we caught each other, that's when we took our prize.
I really hope it's not nipples.
What?
I really hope it's not nibbles.
Nibbles?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would put the willies up, Leif.
I went through that for a very long time. So I do understand. Be
Good.
that surprising or not.
I mean, it is a little, but like I say, I get the impression you've been through a lot, and your kind tend to last. I think you guys are built to last.
Built to last, what do we afford? Like Jeep Grand Cherokee?
I mean, they are.
Eladrin.
Eladrin, yeah.
Built Ford tough. She
Right.
again, there's like a long pause while you're working. You almost forget she's there. And then she says, I know I've been a burden, but I'll be useful. I promise.
That's not what worries me, Bruno. No, I don't think anyone here would call you a burden.
Not to my face.
Okay, burden.
All right. That was good. Okay. We're a few minutes after 8. So we're going to take our break. And when we get back, we will resume by shifting our focus to Easthaven for a little bit. All right. So we'll see you guys in like 15, 20 minutes. And we're back. Thank you so much for sticking with us during the break. Thank you to Sageless1 for your sub during the break. That's awesome. We appreciate that. So before we broke, our two parties were splitting off and heading off into the tundra. One group heading towards the Wolf Tribe camp, the other group heading towards Sky Tower Shelter. And we're going to take a quick break from that and shift our focus back to Easthaven. Where our party is hoping to get back to at some point. But here in Easthaven, things are kicking into high gear, so to speak. I have something written down here, and it helps if I don't actually say that, but I already said it, so you know it's written down, so I'm just going to read it. Easthaven is mobilized like never before thanks to the help that has arrived from neighboring regions. Dwarves from Clan Battlehammer, including Ness, Nora, and Morgrail, have come to help assist the town in preparing for an attack from the Chardalyn Dragon. Avarice, the de facto leader of the Knights of the Black Sword, has been lying low for the past 10 days, but now sees an opportunity for her to make some allies and potentially further her goals in Icewind Dale. And Speaker Trovis of Caer Konig has arrived early for the Council of Speakers, and he is assisting Dragana, the acting captain of the guard in Leif's absence, in helping to make sure that the city is preparing as best it can, dealing with the influx of refugees from Dugan's Hole and Goodmead, and also doing their best to stop dissension that has been popping up throughout Easthaven. More and more townspeople, not more and more, I should say, but in our party, the PC's absence, the voices of dissension against the stopping of sacrifices, the people who want to see more sacrifices happen, primarily those led by the Dragonborn Nymetra Miskin. Those have been cropping up a lot more lately, and so Trovis and Dragana are doing what they can to ensure that those people aren't gaining much traction with the populace. But it's a constant struggle. On this particular morning, these 6 individuals who are all staying at the White Lady Inn are summoned to Speaker Wayland at Town Hall. He's requesting a meeting to discuss a quote-unquote troublesome find. On your way from the White Lady Inn to Town Hall, you come across a large mob gathered in the streets of Easthaven with one voice rising above the others in grim declaration that Easthaven must accept its fate and will no longer rebel against the Frostmaiden. So you guys, as you're coming close to Town Hall, you see exactly that. You see a large group of individuals, and of course it's pretty much dark all the time now. But there's lampposts and there's lanterns lit and everything like that. And you can see this in the middle of this large group. You can see a number of them are holding up torches. And there's one, they're all kind of focused around something that's happening in the middle. Now, I'm going to move us to a new map here. Boop. So everybody's on the western side of this map.
So have we all like met up already? Like do we know each other, or are we just
you guys would know each other? Yeah,
stumbling across this at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
No,
I know I was traveling with Ness and Morgrail.
No, you all would know each other because you all have been, to some degree or another, working with the speaker of Easthaven, working with Speaker Wayland. So you have at least come into contact, and also you're all staying at the same inn, the White Lady, the largest inn in Easthaven. So yeah, so you guys see this group of individuals gathered in the middle of the street. They're all focused on a Dragonborn, a very familiar Dragonborn at the center, Nymetra Miskin, a white Dragonborn. She has a group of people around her, and then there's like a throng of commoners that are all kind of watching it. And then just in front of her, you see a tiefling is down on his knees in front of her. Looks to be pleading as she's addressing the crowd around her. What are you guys doing?
Are they blocking the path to the town hall that we're trying to get to?
Yes.
It seems like we could squeeze through them, but we'd be pretty obvious, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get closer and hear what they're saying.
I'm gonna start shoving to get to the center of the circle.
Yeah, I think Trovis.
Yeah, I'm just walking up.
All right.
Here we go. I'll Nora's a bit
Let's see
doubting.
what matter.
Spoilers to attack position.
Nora's like, I don't know what I should be doing, so she's kind of staying back a little bit.
Sure.
Travis is sort of shoving through people, say, "Go home."
Mhm. What
Roll
time
me
is
an
it?
intimidation check, Trovis. What time is it? It's the morning. It's probably like 10 a.m.
All right.
Okay. A couple of individuals break off and leave, but for the most part, the group doesn't
What is this guy
disperse.
pleading? The guy at the tiefling.
So he's on his knees, he's in front of Nymetra like this, and you see her standing there. And she's armed. And when you guys get close, you see that a lot of the individuals around her are also armed. She has her battle axe. It's on her back currently, but she does have it on her. And she's looking down at this tiefling. And she's speaking to the crowd in such a way that she's trying to incite, activity and support from all of them. And she's saying things like how Easthaven has rebelled against the Frostmaiden for too long. We've let these out-of-towners come in and change our ways. The only way that Easthaven can be saved is if we continue to.
Can I get the date?
The date?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know what? It is currently the 7th of Marpanoth. So we are fast forwarding a couple of days.
But we've been gone like 3 days.
You've been gone.
More than that, I think, like 5.
Like, we went to the tower and stuff.
Oh yeah, we went to the
I think
tower,
it's close to a
but-
10 day. Close to.
It's been a while.
It took a couple days to get to the tower, and then we were in the tower for the better half of a day, and then we took a day or two to get to the place where we got attacked by the bear berserkers.
So it's been 5 days at this point. No, I'm sorry. Since you left Easthaven, 6 days. So yeah.
Okay.
So 6 days is close to a 10-day, I guess, kind of. Huh?
Sure.
Either way, she's not having any more of it.
Add 4.
Yeah. So she's saying that the people of Easthaven have placated the desires of out-of-towners too much, and the only way for them to survive this rime is to focus their attention on appeasing the Frostmaiden. And the individuals around her, like kind of in the immediate circle, you can tell are all agreeing. But most of the commoners that have gathered elsewhere, like outside of that, they just seem to be watching intently. They don't really are making their opinions known, so to speak. But then she sees Trovis and Dragana approach, and she looks at the two of them, and she probably sees Trovis first because he moved up further. And she looks at Trovis, and she's like, "You have no business here, speaker." She's like, "Go back to Caer Konig."
And Trovis just laughs. He doesn't seem 100% there, but
Sure.
Well, it's the morning, so he's not quite.
He's not. Yeah, he's not all the way
Yeah.
drunk. It's more just from the previous night. And
Bit early for this, is it not?
Oh, is that you? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Well, I'm the captain of the guard, but I think you would like outrank me, speaker or whatever.
So I'm not as familiar with the art pieces. Is there any way to get the name tags of each of the PCs?
Oh yeah, I can make you guys see who's.
I know who's who. Like I know who Avarice is because she's noteworthy. But I don't remember the art pieces for all the other characters.
Sure. Just a moment. Let me see if I can.
If there's an easy way to do it. If not, then don't worry about it.
Well, there is, but it has since. Oh, here we go. See.
And I forget, is Dragana from
There
Easthaven?
we go.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it looks like you want to say something, Trovis will. Well, Trovis really isn't in the speaking mood, but he will if someone tells him to. I think he's more just gonna make fun of her if things just keep going the way they are. So.
So Trovis laughs at Nymetra, and she doesn't make any change to alter what she's doing. Anything from anyone else?
Morgrill is going to approach and Let's see. Trying to find. Yeah. Basically, Morgrail's gonna try to shove his way through, pretty much ignoring everybody around him, to check on the person who appears to be in trouble.
Okay. As Morgrail does so, one of these individuals will move to block him from getting close to the tiefling. Steps in the way, kind of holds his hand up. And this guy's like, "We don't have any trouble with you, out of towner."
Pretty sure you do. I mean, there's somebody over there who's in trouble, and you're standing in my way. That kind of makes trouble.
Yeah, this also doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What, you're gonna hurt each other? That's what this person wants? I don't get it. This is a joke, right? Then Trovis will.
I'm hoping so.
Trovis
It's a
moves
joke
up.
in poor taste.
At that point,
the tiefling, like, is he from around?
Yeah, you guys would recognize this. Yeah, Dragana, you
Mhm.
definitely recognize the tiefling. His name is Scythen, and he
Mhm.
is the owner and operator of the Easthaven ferry back when it was in operation.
Mhm.
Since then, you know, he's been spending his days just kind of, you know, drinking and not really accomplishing much around Easthaven since the ferry froze over. So,
Mm. Mhm.
but when Trovis makes that statement and then steps forward, Nymetra looks at those gathered around her, and she's like, "It looks like they're here for trouble." She's like, "If that's what you came for, you're gonna get it." And then
No,
these
not here for
individuals,
trouble. Just if you're wanting to really hurt someone, I mean, I guess you're saying it's out of towners, right? So here I am. If you really gotta, give it a try.
the two guys who are standing by Trovis, the one who blocked Morgrail and the one next to him, they both kind of look over at Nymetra, and she's like, "He's offering," and they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they draw their weapons. So I'm going to take initiative there.
Damn it!
Oh,
Didn't even
all
give me a
right,
chance to, cast.
Case Justin wants to enjoy having hit points. Oh yeah.
Is there an
For a short
initiative
while.
button? Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Oop.
Oopsie.
Oh, there's
they're
no
not select.
tracker yet.
Oh no, there isn't. I will open that up,
Where's the
and
initiative?
I will delete all of the previous characters.
Ugh, they're not even there for me. Hi, kitty.
There we go. Okay, so we've got Nymetra on there.
Yeah, come here.
Okay, and we've got these guys.
Yeah, you gotta add me, I think.
Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, kitty cat. Oh, shit.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, Trovis, you're not on there, so I'll add you manually.
Thanks.
Did you roll?
Yep, 1608.
Okay.
All right, I got it. You got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, then we'll sort. Avarice. So you see these guys, these two right next to Trovis, as well as pretty much everybody outlined in red. We'll just do that to save us some time. You can pick them out as the troublemakers.
Okay.
They get
you're the first to
highlighted in our
react.
eagle vision.
Well, I think so far Avarice has just been kind of hanging back a little bit, kind of just watching a little, analyzing what's happening, and kind of continuing that theme. She's just going to go ahead and cast Mage Armor on herself and pop over to get in a potentially good position as she sees how this plays out. Right about there. Okay, that's me.
All right. Well, our thugs are going to go next, of which we have a couple. So this one, that's just south of Dragana, is going to draw his. Where is his stat block now? Draw his weapon, which is a mace. But he's not going to attack Dragana. Like, he knows who Dragana is, and he doesn't want to start problems with the acting captain of the guard currently. So he just positions himself in such a way as to try and stop her from getting further in. So he's essentially just taking the ready action for if Dragana moves, or if she moves, he will attack back and try and stop her. But then this other one that's down here is going to move in on Trovis and swing with his mace. And he gets 2 swings. The first one is a hit. The second one's a miss. For 8 bludgeoning damage.
Oakley.
And that is our thugs. So Morgrail is up next.
Oh, sorry. Getting used to new characters' names.
We have this one session where you're all going to have to get used to the new names.
So you said it was a mace that he hit me with?
Correct.
Yeah, Trovis just like seems to recognize that he's getting hit, and he looks over and he's like, "Oh, okay, so you guys really are sort of crazy."
I am going to go ahead and cast Aid. And I'm not sure why it's not. There we go. So. Oh, now it posted again. So I am going to cast that on Torvis. And let's see.
I still don't see Torvis and Dragana name tags.
Because the NPCs are over the top of them.
I see. Okay, it's this one and this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then this is the tiefling that was.
Yeah, that's
being-
I'm going to cast it on Torvis, Ness, and the Tiefling.
Okay.
So +5 to current and max HP for the next 8 hours.
Any movement from you?
No. I'm going to hang out here.
Oh, all right. So now our bandits are going to go. This one's going to do the same thing that his thug companion did. He's going to draw his weapon and ready in action, where if Dragana attacks, he is going to attack back. And then these two, we'll move that out of the way so I can select him. These two are going to come down this direction. This one's going to go like that. And we've got 2 bandit attacks coming against Trovis, 1 coming against Morgrail. I say bandit, they're not actually bandits. That's just a stat block I'm using. Let's get them up here. And they are using bladed weapons. So we've got 2 against Trovis. They're using scimitars. Trovis, your AC is 18. First one's a miss. Second one's a hit for 6 slashing.
Okay.
And then the one is going to attack Morgrail, which is a hit for 6 more slashing. And then these 3 are going to come out of the shadows from down here under the shadow of one of these houses on the street. And they're going to move up.
Oh boy.
2 are going to engage Avarice, and the other one is going to move. They're dashing to do this. The other one's going to move, engage with Morgrail there, and that's their turn. So, Dragana, you're up.
Well, stepped where I wanted to go. All right. I'm gonna slap this guy that started trying to be menacing. And slap him with the flat of the blade, but still in attack. All right, so 19
hit.
Yeah. So 15 non-lethal damage.
Oh.
And then and then bonus action disengage.
Okay.
15, 20. So yeah, he's got like this green aura around him if he decides to try and pursue. But I would like to get up to Dragana, and I will say it's too early. I already have things to do. Returning to home.
When Dragana moves behind Nymetra, she turns away from the tiefling to face Dragana fully, and draws her weapon. So she's
yeah. I'm gonna go around everyone. So pin her.
okay. Then Trovis.
All right. Hey, so this is what we're dealing with. People that just want to kill other people. Yeah, this is great. Are all you guys cool with this? Just killing people in the street? And let's see. Well,
One person in the back is like, I'm not.
I kind of like it.
let's see.
Just totally backfires. Everyone's like, yeah, all right.
They recently made murder legal too.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Oh yeah, this
It's
is the
Purge
pickpocket,
Night.
right?
Pickpocketing town. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually going to. Oh, yeah, he's just going to attack, I guess.
Sure.
We'll start with this guy.
All right.
Oh, that's not going to hit.
12 does hit.
Oh, cool. Minimum damage.
Well,
Looking
he's
at that
bloodied.
15 above there. Yeah, so he'll attack again. These are oh my goodness.
11 hits.
Yay.
This is
I love facing mooks.
this is subdual, so not trying to actually kill these people.
Sure.
Subdual. There's a term I haven't used since the year 2000.
I just
All right. Anything else, Trovis?
Trovis?
Trovis.
Nope. Okay. Ness.
So Ness will fire, locks a longbow arrow, knocks an arrow at, aims it at, what's her name? The Dragon Ball lady? Nymetra. And he says, it booms at the top of his lungs. If you were going for out of towners, surely you should start with the tallest kobold I've ever seen.
Oh, nice. Ouch. That's a hit.
I'm not. I'm aiming for vitals.
Okay. All right, 11 damage.
She deserved it.
Ooh, the 10 misses though.
A lot of the mooks can be taken in for questioning, but she kind of deserves this.
Yeah.
Anything else from you, Ness?
Fancy footwork on that last arrow, Boots.
All right, Nora.
So can I like shout, if I shout like a warning to the two people who are in the area of effect of a spell that I'm casting, can I like give them advantage on a saving throw or something? Like it's a pretty obvious thing. I'm throwing like I want to throw like a flashbang in the middle of there and be like Morgrel, cover your eyes.
Do you remember Budapest?
Yeah, or yeah, something like that. I mean,
You're like throwing it here, and it's
it's like a everything within 10 feet of like a spot. So it would be like this whole theoretically it would be like this whole area.
If it's there you go.
Pretty effective, but it would hit was it Dragana? What's her name? Morgrel.
It would hit Dragana. Yeah.
Dragana.
Oh no, Dragana's out of there. It would hit Nymetra, it would hit Scythen, it would hit Trovis, and these two commoners, and Morgrel.
No, isn't Dragana right there?
No, that's
Trovis.
Oh, Trovis.
here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, same thing. She'd be like Trovis, Morgrel, eyes, and just like that's all she says.
Well, before that,
Sure.
Scott, Super Sage in chat is giving Dave a bless for the sass.
Nice.
You know, I don't like opening it up for like in the future when like if Nahesa were to throw a fireball at the party, be like duck, and then they get advantage on the check. But I think because these are sidekicks, I'll allow it for this one.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, presumably they've been adventuring for enough time, not like a ton of time, but enough time that at least Morgrail at the very least would be like familiar with some of Nora's tricks.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
So she's like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Oh no. And then she thinks like, what would Dad do? And then she's like, okay, right. And she like takes her little arcane gauntlet and like screwdrivers out a little like ball, and then goes like, Morgrail, Dorvis, eyes, and like throws it into the center of that, and then all of those people. So I'm casting pyrotechnics, and all of these people have to make a.
Nice.
This is fireworks. So they all have to make a con saving throw or become blind. Basically, this is so that Nick has to make as many rolls as possible. And I guess it's not a DC 10. I don't know why it says that. It's a DC 15.
That sounds right. Yep. Okay. Well, Nymetra is not blinded.
Damn it.
However, all of these fellas are.
Hell yeah.
Trovis and Morgrail, yeah, go ahead and make. And I said you can make it with advantage, so go ahead and roll another one, Morgrail.
Morgrail's like,
gosh, big fat no. Damn it, kid!
Like again.
Sorry.
Yeah,
eyes. When I say eyes,
then...
that means cover your. Okay, never mind.
The two thugs are also okay, and now let's roll one for the commoners. Oh, the commoners are blind too.
Yeah, whatever. They'll be fun.
They'll get
I was
better.
worried that this was going to be a damaging attack.
Hold on.
Nope, it's all it does. Just blinds you, and then we can remove that AoE.
Oh, and Scythen. I have to roll for Scythen as well. Scythen is blind too.
Oh, is that the tiefling? Yeah. It's
yep. All right. Any
Nora casts pyrotechnics. It's super effective.
Yeah. It's super effective, and also a little bit of friendly fire. With range is 60 feet. I don't have to move, so I don't think I'm gonna.
Okay. Nymetra's turn. She, unlike some of her followers, she doesn't show any remorse. She's going to swing right at Dragana.
I assume also, like, in addition to just the flash of light, there's like a huge display of prismatic colors and like loud, like
sparks going everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
you just started a rave in the center of town.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's like, break it up.
So Nymetra draws her battle axe, and Dragana, you see her as she draws it out. You see that there's like this magic that starts to swirl around it, and its blade becomes encased in ice. And she's gonna swing that at you. I'm sorry, great axe, not a battle axe. Great axe. And what's your AC?
14. Angry Commoner.
Hit for 8 slashing and 3 cold damage, so 11 total. And then she's going to resolve a second attack.
Right.
Which is a miss.
When she misses,
all right, so
Ness shouts that she, hey, you walking coin purse. You're about as useful as a gnomish greatsword.
And then that ends the round. So at the end of the round, some of these commoners are going to scatter, and it's Avarice's turn.
But some of them are blind, so they're going to scatter.
They're going to turn right towards each other and just go.
They're just going to crash into each other. It's going to be like the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Just cracking heads. Yakety sax music.
The former captain of the guard that got ousted.
No.
Argath or something.
Oh, Arlagath.
Arlagath, that was it.
I think that
Yeah.
was,
That was the previous captain of the guard. Yep.
that's what. Yeah.
So Avarice so far had been kind of watching both her allies and enemies, kind of studying what they're doing, kind of thrown off by the pyrotechnics, filing it away in a corner of her mind. When these two kind of almost catch her by surprise, she's so focused. And then she looks at them, it's like, first fools of the evening, run along home now. And she's going to cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level.
Nice.
Find it here. Okay.
Thunder
Thunder Wave at level 2. Okay.
How many
Cool.
people can you
Thunder
handle?
wave.
So it's a con save. I think her DC is actually 16, even though it says 15.
Should be 16. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 16. So she's
Alright.
just gonna breathe in and close her eyes, and when she exhales, this thunder wave just rolls out from her.
Where are you? I missed where you're targeting it.
Oh, it emanates
it's
from
on stealth.
myself. Yep.
Yep.
So 15-foot cube.
Okay. Well, both of those guys next to you fail.
Hell yeah.
So they're both going to take 9.
13. And
13.
plus
13.
4, 13 damage. Yeah.
They both go down.
Nice. More fragile than I thought.
They ragdoll through the air.
Back.
Are you like? Is this non-lethal thunder?
A non-lethal thunder wave.
Oh no. They are just broken bodies now.
Well then,
There's small craters in the snow.
it's not lightning, it's thunder. So they're just their skull rattles and they just.
I think it really was stronger than even she expected, and they just
Doesn't that do a knockback?
smashed. Okay, that's it. That's me.
Does it do a knockback? I mean, they're dead anyway. So
It would have if they were alive. It would.
Yeah, so like ragdolls these two corpses through the air.
Yeah.
So
they're
far
like
we've got off
Warren and-
fireworks and then a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Guess they can't run home now.
all right. Our thugs are gonna go. They're gonna get 2 mace attacks.
So like as you like turn around and walk past Nora just like dismissively because you just like owned these two, Nora just like is staring at you like, remind me not to get on your bad side.
All right. So the one thug's gonna swing at Trovis twice. A crit and a miss for, let's see, that's 13 bludgeoning damage for his crit. And then this guy has booming blade and he's bloodied. He's just going to
Does he
take
know
the
what Burning blade is?
Does he know?
Yeah.
That's a good question. What's his
Strange.
int?
It feels like if I move, I'll take damage.
It's like it's thunder damage
Yeah.
if I voluntarily move.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also engaged with Trovis, so he would know that if he moves, he could provoke an attack of opportunity. That much he would know.
He could take this.
So
He's read the PHB. I mean, come on.
he could take you're right, he
Mhm.
could take the disengage action. I think at this point he's going to take the disengage action and he's going to move. So roll your thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
More thunder damage.
Oh.
4. That's
We couldn't
enough.
totally be a part of this group.
So he turns and starts running away, and you specified non-lethal, so I guess suddenly there's this boom.
Well, can
and
you
he
do
collapses.
non-lethal from a different? Well,
I think you can.
I think he's just
Yeah,
concussed.
for
Ivy-
dramatic purposes.
Ivy's pretty liberal with the non-lethal
Yeah.
damage, and I think that's for the
Mhm.
best because I
Mhm.
kind of like
Agreed.
that.
So then that brings us to Morgrail. You are blind.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm going. Morgrail, he's literally just going to poke at all the people around him with the end of his quarterstaff, saying,
Okay.
"You best be off now."
Attacks with disadvantage.
And I would like to say, if I manage to hit anybody, I'm not trying to cause damage. I'm literally trying to just get them to run away.
Okay.
Okay.
Picturing old man with a stick.
Yeah. Get out of the
Yeah.
street.
10.
You've.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
See,
Well, we'll go with the first one.
wait,
'cause that
no,
works.
yeah.
You feel your staff just stabbing at air. You're not connecting with anybody.
Well,
All
actually,
right.
With
hold on.
every swing that doesn't connect, Nora's just like.
Technically, if he's
Man.
blinded, they're blinded. Doesn't that cancel out?
Cancel
the
each other out, I'm
disadvantage?
sure.
I mean,
right?
it does, but it's still the 10 is the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and you only have one attack. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked it twice, was all.
Gotcha.
No, I don't.
Um.
Cleric, I only get one.
All right. I think these guys who are engaged with Morgrail, gosh, they're just gonna swing. I think. They hear the staff whipping through the air around them, so they're wildly just swinging their own weapons.
Mhm.
So, nope. Okay, that second one I think is a hit. AC 13 on Morgrail.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep,
no.
that's a hit for 4 slashing.
Ooh.
And then Trovis, you're going to take 3 attacks, all at disadvantage.
Cool.
Miss, miss, miss. Whiff, whiff, whiff. And then this guy,
I was
well,
just
he's
going to say,
blinded.
when I do get hit, I'm going to shout, "What's with the paper cut?"
The other blinded one is, I think he's gonna just take off. I don't think he likes his odds. Oh wait, hang on. I know what we're gonna do. He runs this direction. Yeah. All right. So he appears to be running away. Oh, I suppose he'd have an action too. Let's make him dash. So Ness, if you want to get a hit in on this guy as he's running off.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
At advantage.
Advantage.
Well, no, you're using a ranged weapon though. Oh, you got your short sword out. Okay. Well, either of those would hit, so either way you're good. He's bloodied. And then as he's stumbling away from Ness, Nora, do you want to get an attack of opportunity on him?
Sure. I got no other reason to use my reaction. Whap.
That hits.
Whap.
And he goes down.
So I don't kill him though. I just like knock him upside the head with the flat of my blade as he's passing by because he's like blinded or just like running like, oh, I can't see. Monk. Oh, careful.
Dragana.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action help, and I will message. So kind of like a psychic whisper, Trophus, you hear in your head, help me get her out of here, and we'll lock her up. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm hoping that we can restrain her, and that will break up the mob, and then we can deal with her. According to the throw her in jail or something. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. But otherwise, I'm just standing down. So I guess my help would look like kind of, I don't know.
So this
I mean,
helps
I mean, like,
advantage,
kinda like
is that right?
It doesn't really, I'm
Posed
not really.
for something.
It would give you advantage, yes, on a test
Yeah,
targeting
Yeah,
Nymetra.
so I'm hoping that like you can come knock her down or something because
Yeah.
I apparently don't have athletics training. Probably should.
Well, I think Trovis is he's going to take the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
The rest of the guys. are blind.
Well, you're gonna take. Yep, you're gonna take 2 of them, but yeah, they're blind, so it's a miss. They're both misses.
They can't attack if they're do AOs if they're blind.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's right. Because they don't know you've left.
So he's going to attack Nymetra.
Mm-hmm.
19 hits.
And we'll make that a trip attack.
Ooh, nice.
I'm not 100% what the DC would be on this. Is it?
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your strength or dex, which is higher.
Okay. Proficiency is 2 or 3 here.
3, I think.
These guys would have 3.
Okay, so that would be a 14.
Okay, and why don't you click the attack so I can see your full damage, so I can get that on there.
Oh yeah.
Because you're doing 5 from the trip. Okay.
Oh, flopping 4. Yeah.
And then a DC. What was it? 15.
14.
14.
That rolled for the.
Yeah, that was a longsword.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess so.
it's minimum damage again. I rolled a 1 plus.
I rolled a 1.
Doing great.
She is knocked down.
Hell yeah.
Um, and then I will attack again.
Someone kick their boots
All
off.
right.
Now you have advantage.
I have advantage.
Again.
17.
17 hits.
Cool. There we
How's
go.
that double crit range going for you?
Yeah, it's doing great.
All right. Ness.
I forget, is Ness the tanky warrior or the offense? Trovis is the
Attack.
offensive warrior. Okay. Wait,
Trovis is the
It's supposed to be a defender.
Trovis is the defender? Okay.
Trovis is the tank. Yep.
I was like, Trovis has double crit.
They both have
all
double crit.
warriors do.
Oh.
Mm.
Bokeh. Bokeh.
I'm gonna aim at. What does this guy look like?
He is wearing a little bit more protective gear than those around him, but not much. And he's wielding a mace.
Sigmar.
I whistle at him, to get his attention.
Mhm.
Surrender or die. 3, 2.
He's like, what?
Twang.
13 hits.
Person who surrenders says what?
What?
Once per turn, I can.
you got
Once
it.
per turn,
Alright,
I've got
good.
Piercer. I can
You've done it.
re-roll my attack dice damage.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that. Get fucked.
Oh,
I should
nice.
be able to do that. God darn it.
And then the next one.
20 hits.
I was like, come help me restrain her. And then you just like sweep the leg and then start stabbing her on.
Hey, she got knocked down. That's kind of
Yeah.
restraining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trovis is.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, I guess if she doesn't feel she's under a threat, she's not gonna, forfeit. So
Anything else from Ness?
I guess you pick die.
As he's got 2
Does-
arrows
does
sticking out of him.
Respond at all? Aside from ow.
I'd like those back.
Nora, you're up, and the blind effect is going to go away now at this point.
At the end of my turn.
Oh, end of
Yep.
your turn. Okay, I won't remove any more until you go.
So I'm really liking this vision of Nora with all these like. So Nora like adjusts her gauntlet again and like arcs it, like lets out a spray of this like oily, greasy substance that covers these squares right here.
Okay.
And all of them have to make a dexterity saving throw. or fall. DC 15.
This guy falls to the ground. And let's try our 2 other guys.
Careful, it's slippery.
They both fall to the ground as well.
I thought you all live in a place with ice. And that grease stays there. That is now difficult terrain, and anybody who enters or ends your turn there has to do the same dexterity save. And that's it. That's my turn. I'm not moving. I have no reason to move.
All right, let's remove some blind. As suddenly people are able to see again. And then it's
like
Nymetra's
Home Alone.
turn.
Or some shit.
Nora's like, check it out, Nets. See what I did? See what I did?
Yeah. How's it looking from the floor, Mortys?
Just the 2 dwarves are just laughing in the back, like, ha ha ha, dumb humans.
Nymetra clambers back up to her feet. And let's see here. She is going to swing. She's going to act recklessly. So these are made with advantage. But all attacks against her will have advantage.
Mhm.
So she's going to swing once against Dragana and once against Trovis.
Let's see. Oh shoot, I did this wrong, didn't I?
I don't know.
Yeah, the
Okay.
martial roll. I should have been adjacent to Dragana.
Well,
Yeah,
next turn.
next turn.
So that's a hit against Dragana for 10 slashing and 5 cold. And against Trovis, that's a hit for 14 slashing and 5 cold.
Ugh.
And that is her turn. End of the round. And now that these commoners can see, they're going to book it out of here. And we'll just remove the rest of them from the map. And then it's Avarice's turn.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is throw a firebolt at one of these little putties. That one right there.
Oh, little putties.
And what level are our sidekicks?
5th.
5th. Okay, perfect. Okay. So range spell attack, so that's a 14.
14 hits.
Okay. And there should be another D10 on there because of my level. I have to change that. Let me just roll one. Okay, so that's a 10 damage.
He goes down.
Okay.
What's the bless coming from? Or the D4, rather.
That is a good question. I don't have. It's just on normal right now.
That's weird that it is auto blessing. Well, I already counted as a hit, so we'll go with it. But
5. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
okay. Anything else on your turn, Avarice?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Do we have a? Oh, we do have a thug left. He's on the ground. He's going to stand up. And Grease is at the end of their turn. If they end their, or no, when they enter it, they have to make a dex save. Right?
Yes.
That yes didn't sound.
I don't know. It's not my
Yeah,
spell.
enters or ends
I
its
got
turn.
it.
Yeah.
Enters or ends. Okay, so they're already in it, so they don't have to make a dex save right now. So he's going to move out to there. And to swing at Trovis. Thug. With his mace. A miss, 2 misses.
Cool.
And then more Grail. You are up.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to bonus action Shield of Faith on Torvis.
Nice.
So +2 to your AC. And God, what was the Dragonborn's name that we're fighting again? Nymetra. I am going to shout at Nymetra, young lady, you best stand down. And Sacred Flame. So,
all right. It's a dex save.
Yep. And actually, that should be 2d8, not 1. But
Sure.
yeah,
She
let me know
failed
if
to save.
Okay, so 3 damage, but
Suffer holy wrath.
Yeah, that is-
like me. Gotcha.
radiant light literally flows up and burns her.
Just a little bit.
She's like, God, and she's waving her axe around.
It's a mild nuisance.
Touching a hot, touching a hot pan, Ow! Ah.
Ow, ow, ooh, ow, ow, I've sinned. Ow.
All right. These guys are going to stand up. 1 move out there. And 1 move down here. Get out of the grease. And then There's going to be 3 scimitar attacks at Morgrail
Yeah, it's gonna
and
hurt.
1 at Trovis. Bandit. There he is. So Morgrail, we have your AC 13, one hit for 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then Trovis, you're at a whopping 20. Oh my god, he hit for 11 slashing damage.
Wow. That's a lot of damage.
Hit for so much, he's making up new numbers.
And that's them. So Dragana, you're up.
Really not liking. She's apparently like entered some
Getting
berserker rage. I think still trying to pacify, but maybe less dedicated. Oh fuck. All right. Oh wait,
You
no,
have
she's
advantage.
Raged, so yeah. Take that.
14 hits.
Uh-huh. 18. She's got the booming blade rider. I'm gonna disengage because still not digging this.
And she's bloodied.
Great.
Trovis.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Is she
do my
standing
second.
up, or is she on the prone still?
She's
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 stood up.
standing up.
She,
All right,
She's
okay.
Nice.
Not gonna help a whole lot, but some.
Mhm.
Trovis isn't looking great, but he probably doesn't really realize that.
sorry, the white mage is currently surrounded by thugs. I can't get to you.
Yeah, so he's just going to double attack.
On Nymetra?
Yep, Nymetra.
'Kay.
She is the one that is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There we go.
ooh, 6 damage.
Oh no.
Wow, wait.
Good
really?
lord.
What a good crit.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
Yep. So a crit for 6 and then a regular attack for 5.
Yep.
And I'm doing that to Trovis. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I don't want to take that down.
Sorry about that. Did I do all of it to Trovis or did I just do what were you at? 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I did the first one to Nymetra and the second one to Trovis. All right. Okay. Well, you get 2 good hits in. She's still standing though.
Is she like?
Good.
Did she actually go into like some sort of berserker rage? Is she like screaming and roaring?
I mean,
and...
she reckless
Yeah,
attack.
she's flailing around. She's attacking
All right,
recklessly.
okay.
And then you're up, Ness.
Call off your dire halflings, Fly Eater.
No response from her.
She's getting an arrow in the face.
She sure
Oh,
is.
Jesus.
Oh, all right.
Oh!
Back with that.
Oh.
Oh, Kevin?
Can I That's a terrible roll. I want to re-roll that.
Okay. That's what Savage Attacker does. There you go. And what does Piercer do on a crit?
Oh, I get to roll an additional dice.
Jesus.
Right. That's like all it does, right? It's like when you crit hard.
Well, the re-roll
Yeah.
on the attack is from Piercer, and then the extra damage is on the crit.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Yeah. So she took, how much? 17, 28, 20, 31.
Do you want to describe your kill?
Ooh.
The second arrow goes through the hole the first arrow made and pins her to that post behind.
Yikes.
Everyone else sees that happen.
Run, little halflings, or you're next.
So Nora, you're up. You get the sense that some, if not all, of these people are going to try and flee.
Well, I mean, if I get that sense, then I don't see the need to like attack them. But
Sure.
I will prep a spell for if one of them doesn't. I will. Let's see. Thunderwave. I have to be right next to them, right? Yeah. I want more Home Alone tricks. Okay. If one of them but I can't move. Okay, so I'm
Why
gonna
can't
move.
you move?
Well, I can't like prep an action that is move and cast spell. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no.
10, 15, 20, 20, 30. So I'm gonna move to about here, and I'm gonna say if wait, that's still not within range of lightning lore. Lightning lore is 15 feet. I want to get within range of all of them, you know?
Yeah, you got everybody but the thug right now.
Yeah. Who's the one that I'm probably a little bit more worried about. Okay, well, that's the best I can do. So I'll get there, and I'll ready an action to lightning lure any of them that don't run away.
Okay.
And she's like,
So you'll
Avarice.
pull them closer if they don't run away.
yes. It's the only attack spell I have that hit that far away without everything else I have is close range.
All right, Avarice.
Okay. You said all of them look like they're gonna run away at this point.
Some, if not all. So on their turn, I'm gonna make some rolls and see what happens.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 to be a little bit closer and say to them all, time to go home, show's over. It's up for I will cast message and point at this guy right here. The one who's next to the one of my so-called compatriots, and I will tell him it's up to you. You stay here and turn yourself into the captain.
Give me an intimidation check and go ahead and make it with advantage.
I don't think I even have intimidation, so this just be
then it'd just be a straight charisma.
Yeah. My lowest stat, but that's fine. 19. Got a crit on it, actually.
As soon as he hears that voice, your voice in his head, he's looking around.
That guy's glad he wears his brown pants.
He drops his scimitar in the snow, and his hands shoot up.
Okay. That's me.
All right. So the thug's turn. She's dead, so I can get rid of her stat block.
Trovis is going to look hard at this one. yeah, you might want to just lay down.
I cast glare.
He sees his buddy drop his scimitar, and he's like, "You idiot! Keep going!" And he's gonna swing at Trovis 2 more times with his mace. Misses one, but
ready action then.
He's out of range. He is the 20-footer.
I thought that was the case. He had different artwork.
He missed with 1 attack, but then he crit with the other. So that is going to be another 13 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And that's his turn. Morgrail, you're up.
1 hit point or something.
What?
I like at 1 HP.
I think he's got 5 left, right? Yeah.
Yep, 5.
So I am potentially going to be taking some attacks of opportunity here.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be kind of weaving my way through the proverbial crowd to get to Torvis. So go ahead and make your...
None of those guys make attacks of opportunity.
Okay. And I am going to Cure Wounds. Get 10 back.
Cool.
And I am going to give a very disapproving look to Ness.
Ness looks behind him.
There.
Ness looks behind him. Ness looks behind him.
What, did someone else do bad?
All right. If any...
it wasn't like I'm just more of a disappointed.
I'm not mad at you.
Morgrail or Nora, either of you can make an attack of opportunity if you want against this one guy that's going to run away. But these three are going to flee.
Nah.
'Kay.
Yeah, you better run.
And then the one is there with his hands up. And then this guy sees the rest of them flee, and then the one there. And so he kind of looks around and then looks at Nymetra's body once more. And then he throws his mace on the ground and puts his hands up. So he also surrenders.
Okay. So I am going to ask, because I know the rules on NPCs are once they hit 0, they're dead. But are
I mean, the ones that you guys... So the only one that I think was killed were there were a couple of, I think...
Nymetra
Oh no,
was.
Ness just shot at Nymetra the whole time. She's definitely
Yep.
dead.
I was
She's
going to
Um,
say, you know,
Have
with
you ever
PCs, once they hit 0, death saves, and you can
Yep.
cure wounds. I assume you're
The
not
only
going to let me
ones
bring
that
her
weren't-
back.
No, the only ones that weren't specified, I'm not like the only ones that
Yep.
weren't specified as subduing, they're dead. Which I think was Nymetra, and then the 2 bandits that were engaged with Avarice, I think were the only ones. Everyone else is knocked unconscious for all intents and purposes.
Excuse me for trying to save lives.
I hope you brought enough handcuffs. I say to Dragona.
I'm gonna step up to this guy because he was still the instigator, right? Like
Yeah,
once.
he was definitely still instigating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to check
So
my
right
alignment to
cross.
see if I just wouldn't put the beat down on him anyway.
Yeah. Report to the lockup. Otherwise, I'll come find you.
Wait,
he's
is
just
it
like,
like-
Wait, what happened?
Huh?
What?
No, I just punched this dude in the face and told him to go report to the jail, and then I'll deal with him later.
all right, he wanders off.
Great. Shall we?
Why did they think that was going to work?
I don't
What a
know.
welcoming party,
This
huh?
one looked like it was 3 kobolds in a suit of armor, and not a shred of wit between them. I'll pick her axe up.
I don't know why we deal with 10 towns sometimes. They're just not the most welcoming groups.
I was thinking the same thing. Why did I
These
even come here with
these
you?
have been plenty welcoming. It's just the
Come to Easthaven, Nora. We need you. It's going to be
hey.
interesting.
When we left, I said I didn't need anybody's assistance. You decided to come along.
Well, grumble.
We
I think this is the last.
That's actually in my backstory. That's actually in my blurb.
Best.
Would you say, Dave?
That's actually in my blurb. It says that. I'm not
No,
just
I
being a
know.
dick.
Yeah.
Ness, when you
That's
pick up
evident.
the great axe, you find that the ice that was on the blades kind of melts away. So now it appears to just be a regular great axe.
Look at this kobold magic.
Could I?
I throw it at Nora.
Wait. Let me see that, and I'll catch it and like topple over it, and then, like
Stagger
get back
backwards
up,
into the snow.
brush like snow off of me, and I'll make an Arcana test.
Sure.
I don't have Identify, so this is the closest thing, I
Right.
guess.
You are confident that this is a mundane greatsword. Whatever was happening to it was from Nymetra.
Okay. You mean great
Great axe.
axe.
Great axe. Sorry, great axe.
Yeah, just a normal axe. She must have done something funky to it.
Was she fighting in a? She fought during the single combat, didn't she?
Yeah, she hopped in and attacked you.
Nahesa.
Yeah. I feel like she did something similar. I'll pat her down, I guess.
She
Other than
Magic.
you,
well,
okay, so you
and-
find
Mhm.
she keeps about 5 gold and 15 silver on her, and she has the great axe and her hide armor. The only other thing of note that you find, and a set of keys. But the only other thing of note that you find on her is a necklace that has an ice amulet kind of hanging from it. It seems to be made of ice, and it has.
You
Hold it
kind of
up.
cut
Here's-
in and out a little
yeah.
bit for me there.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's wearing a necklace that has an amulet made of ice that has a 6-pointed snowflake on it.
She has a what?
A necklace with an amulet made of ice.
She heard.
So, Cayce suspected as much, but Dragana had
Right.
I had no idea.
Can we make a religion test for these characters?
Sure.
You know what that means?
Anybody who's proficient in religion, I will take a test.
I was
Okay.
just going to ask that.
Well,
Oh, whoops.
Stefan.
That should have been just the
there you
6.
go. Avarice knows, which makes sense.
I look for proficiency just because otherwise we get everybody.
This is where
tested,
Ian
but-
says, "No, this is perfectly
yeah, so-
mundane, but I'll keep hold of it."
So Nora and Morgrail both don't know what this is, but Avarice, you recognize that as the symbol of Oral the Frostmaiden.
Unsurprisingly.
Hmm.
Do you say that out loud?
Sure. I don't think it's that big a secret.
Okay.
Well, unsurprisingly, this one was a fan of the Frostmaiden, apparently.
When you say fan, do you mean?
I think we knew that when they were trying to sacrifice people to, the Frostmaiden. That kind of goes without saying.
I mean, but I'm pretty sure all of these. I'm pretty sure all of these dire halflings didn't have an Oriel symbol tattooed on them. So
No.
They don't grow beards. I don't know why you're calling them half.
I'm gonna go over to the tiefling and
Mhm.
be like, "Hey, you okay?"
And he's like, yes. He's like, I am. He's like, oh.
he's like covered in Nymetra brain.
God.
Got grease on him, and
He's like,
everything
thank you.
smells like ozone.
Yeah, there's just soot all over his face, or ash.
Sorry
or whatever.
for
He's just,
blinding you earlier. Still figuring stuff out.
he's like, no, thank you. He's like, you helped, and he looks at Nymetra. He's like, well, I mean, it was a net gain, I guess. He's like, I regret the such abhorrent violence.
It's not a
but
net
he's like,
gain.
"Thank
I
you so
can't
much."
use those arrows again.
You hear that, Ness? He said they helped.
That's what we're here for.
And then there's silence and crickets.
Hmm.
Alright, well, you thought I helped.
I wouldn't cry for that one.
Why don't you?
Looking at Ness, you did something good today. You did what should have been done in the first place.
Well, you can't. If the wolf has got the pack has got a mangy alpha, you put it down, and then the pack either limps away and dies, or something comes to take its place. Either way, that's fun for me.
I agree. Leaving her alive was a mistake of those who were here before.
They left this one alive. What idiots!
This is great. We're able
Over
to
it for it.
dispatcher, and we
Probably would
have
have gone over it
zero
yourself.
guilt for our main characters whatsoever.
I can go full murder hobo.
Would have been any guilt for them anyway. Except for maybe Cayleigh.
So Siphon, yeah, he stands up, and he's like, "Thank you so much." He's like, I don't. And he looks around at the bodies, and then he looks at Dragana, and he's like, I mean, it's quite a mess this morning, unfortunately. He's like, do you? I would like to get back home. He's like, it's been a trying day for me.
Why did they
like,
single
am
you out as an
What?
outsider when you clearly work and live here?
And he's
Were
like,
they advocating to kill him specifically?
he's like, I think that's what they wanted. Yes.
I thought they did random lotteries.
Well, that was the previous efforts. He's like, but I think that someone like Nymetra, when that was ended, she just looked for whatever she could get, and she's like, I've gotten many an argument with Nymetra before. He's like, honestly, I couldn't stand her, but the Wet Trout has the best ale in town, so that's where I would go. He's like, and unfortunately, she and I just, well, to put it lightly, we got into a lot of arguments. He's like, I never thought that she would go this far, though.
I have an important question.
Of course.
You said the Wet Trout had the best ale in town.
I mean, it's
Well, yeah,
it's
yes.
hot, it's
Do you
human
think they're
ale.
still gonna be open? Did anyone else work there? Is it co-owned?
It's
Well,
human ale. It's
no.
going to be piss
How
water.
big is their storehouse?
He's like, well, there were other people that worked there. As far as ownership goes, I'm not sure who it would pass to.
Morgwell.
I got the killing blow. Technically, all the stuff belongs to me.
We brought our own stuff, right? Did we bring our own stuff?
Oh, I brought our own stuff.
All right, good. Never mind. It's fine.
He looks back at Dragana. He's like, I'm sorry. Am I free? Can I go?
Of
Go find
course.
a watchman, tell him to clean this up, and no more heroics.
Of course. Not from me.
No
Thank
more
you.
villainy either. Ideally.
Of course. I wouldn't dream of it. And then he trudges off through the snow.
Well, that was.
Meanwhile, this guy's still standing there like this.
Oh, you're still here?
Speaking of mistakes, I recommend execution for these ones.
What?
Wait, no.
Okay.
Hold on, and I'll walk up to him and. What's your name? What's your name?
He's like, Boric.
Borg?
Borg. I'm Nora, and she extends a hand.
And he looks down at her hand, then he looks at everyone else, and he slowly reaches down and grasps it for a shake.
He grasps the gauntlet, and then like an electrifying shocks through him as she shocking grasps him.
He's like, ah! Oh, wow. He's bloodied.
And then so he's like, "Bleh," right, and like probably backs up or whatever, and she's like, I can't believe you fell for that. Bunch of idiots. All right, I mean, whatever you want to do with them.
I'm
He
guessing
falls
that,
back
like,
on his
I
ass in the
knew
snow.
all of these people, at least.
To a degree.
More.
Yeah, so I'll be like, tell Syria I said hi. I'll just leave.
It
And he's
should
like,
have
he's gonna get up and run away if you guys don't do anything about
Yeah.
Not killing my own citizens, so
it.
As he's like running away, I like just twang my bowstring like I've fired an arrow.
He like stumbles and you see his arms waving and he's running. He starts going like back and like slaloming through the snow.
It's like doing a zigzag.
Yeah.
Yes, no taunting the idiots.
Then I'd never taught anybody.
That's pretty good. All right.
All right.
To the speaker?
We voiced it.
Yeah,
that was good.
Are you still blooded?
nice.
All right.
Yeah. But wait, what? Yeah, there's a little blood on me, I guess.
Wait, what? You don't fight so bad for an overgrown
Yeah, no,
iguana.
he's like 15 out of 60 hit points or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
While we're on their way, it's like, here, Trovis, drink this. It'll warm you up, make you feel a little better. And like Nora hands him a mug, or like not a mug, like a flask. And just before he's about to take a swig of it, she's like, no, that one.
You cut out right at your punchline.
Oh no! I was saying that no, that one's acid. That one's acid. Don't drink that one. Drink this one.
If it's a drink,
right.
he'll drink it. So
This one's not acid.
So you guys head to the town hall, which you've been to before, so you're familiar with its layout and all that. The female human assistant that assists Speaker Trovis in town hall, her name is Prudence. She shows you guys to the regular meeting room that you've been to, on numerous occasions previously. And she's like, the speaker will be here shortly. She's like, I'm sure he'll be down in just a minute or two. And then she exits. Outside, the weather turns foul. You can see a blizzard start. But it's the six of you
Is
here
it bad that I
in.
immediately went to chat and was like, "Who did that?"
That's not an option anymore.
Yeah,
They
it's
can't
not
buy
an option- That's
blizzards.
not even an option anymore.
Nope. but I'm glad I set that up. What are you guys doing?
Sitting in a chair in the corner.
Drinking.
My hood is up.
Ooh,
Only my eyes
you've
are
got
illuminated
something to drink?
by light.
Nora just takes off one of her gauntlets and immediately starts tinkering with it.
Every time Nora's not looking, I will like steal a screw.
And then, like 5 minutes later, she's like, Where did that damn screw? I had I had 3 of them right here. Where did that go?
Or Grail just kind of
I
snickers
can't
at
even
this.
put my screws together. Oh my goodness. I'm the worst artificer ever. She starts freaking out.
I think Trovis produces a mug and then just sort of gently keeps moving it towards Morgrail. And, he'll nod that it's empty. Empty.
Avarice is just kind of gonna stand up and without doing an eye roll, like her body language is a walking eye roll.
You did a full body eye roll.
Don't you have a
And-
familiar too?
Um,
that
she
like
would
the
have, yeah.
crow on your shoulder? The
You have
raven?
access to a raven familiar. Yep.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. I know I saw it in the art, but I wasn't sure if it actually existed. But I'm going to slide over next to Dragana and try to talk to Dragana. And
Okay.
say, you have your opportunity to be your own captain.
Are you telling me to try and oust the individual that just
No, don't be ridiculous.
single-handedly overthrew the the previous law enforcement order?
What I'm saying is, while the captain is gone, you don't be afraid to use the power you have. That's all I'm saying.
I have. Our bylaws are posted on the wall behind me.
Bylaws are nice, but power is better. You wield your power and you won't have as many scenes in the future as just happened out there.
Mhm.
And that's how we went from human sacrifices to public beatings.
And
A notable upgrade.
10 feet away in the background, you just hear like, I swear on the gods, where are these screws going? What in the 9 hells is going on?
Mhm.
And Ness is just quietly chuckling to himself, probably.
Well, Morgrail is definitely chuckling at this.
After a few moments, as you guys are talking in here, let's see. What do we have for passive perception?
17.
9. Cool.
I
don't know.
what Morgrail's is.
I'm not even paying attention. I'm looking for my screws.
Mine is
14.
10. Still
10. Well, Dragana with that 17, you would hear for sure. You hear the sound of from coming out of this door here, or from the other side of this door here.
Mhm.
Almost like a yelps out, but their voice is muffled, and then you hear the sound of a door closing.
Stand up. Start and go to open the door.
Okay.
Oh, it opened.
The door opens up. Oh yeah, it opened. Door opens up onto a hallway. To the left, it extends to an exterior door. And then to the right, it goes down into a larger room. And from where you are right now, you can see something that you don't remember seeing previously. A large statue in the middle of that room down there.
Trovis with me.
Okie dokie.
Just bark over my shoulder. But
He looks longingly at his empty mug on the table next to more grail.
I like
Just
walk.
bring it.
I like to get up and follow, and as you're like looking at your mug, I just dump a handful of screws in it.
Are you doing this like right in front of Nora? Or
I don't.
like,
I'm not, yeah, I'm not doing. I'm just like drop the
Like-
as I'm walking past through the door.
Yeah. Nora just hears like the clink, 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 and
Yeah, yeah,
just looks in like, oh, you.
Yeah, I'm assuming we haven't had a short rest yet.
I don't think it's been that long. I don't know.
It really hasn't been that long, no.
Yeah,
Ugh.
great.
Womp womp.
I listen at this door.
That's the one
Okay.
that goes outside,
All you
right?
hear are the sounds of the wind outside.
But this is the door
So-
to another room or to the exterior.
That's an exterior door up there.
Okay.
Where's everybody going?
So Trovis,
I'm not going
this
anywhere.
room
Not
is
yet.
a large. It's a large room with a balcony along the south wall and stairs leading up to it. It also has a set of stairs going down, and then there are two doors kind of along the north wall of here. In this room, there's those 4 wooden pillars that support the ceiling high above, and there's this large statue that's carved, seemingly carved of like a dark metal in the shape of a demon. And Trovis, the shape in which it's carved, like everything from the waist down, is not what you would expect from a normal demon. It's not like there's legs and a tail and a base and all that. Instead, it kind of like slopes backwards on itself, and then it's resting on like a larger base that's not part of the main statue. And Trovis would definitely know this upon seeing it, because he's from 10 Towns and he knows kind of what's going on. It looks like it's a figurehead of a fishing boat.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, was this
But it's not like
before Dragana?
A figure of any specific thing. It's not like a deity or anything. It's just like a random.
Or did we come through this area? Sorry.
You would have come from the door that Dragana was listening at.
Okay, so
Mhm. Wait. We entered from there, but we did not see this room, or did not just don't remember.
I think we entered and then just went straight in.
Went straight into the meeting room. Yep,
Yeah, but if we had to.
as is the customary.
Mhm.
Perhaps. the
I
person
I mean, if
let
I'm
us into
standing
the
here, I
room.
can't see the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are these stools?
They're the
Those
pillars
are
that go up to
wooden-
the ceiling.
Wooden columns. Yep.
Okay.
And I will take anybody who can see the statue. I'll take a history check.
I get that. I guess at this point, everyone having like left they're not even in sight anymore. Nora,
Nora,
just out
they've
of
got a
curiosity-
robot.
Yeah.
They've got a robot.
I don't have history proficiency.
Okay. Sure.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't have much.
So Avarice and Dragana and just those two. Oh no, and Morgrail. Avarice, Dragana, and Morgrail would recognize this statue as one depicting the demon Ertu, which was a demon that was involved in all the events surrounding Krenshinaban about a century ago. Ertu was one of the demons that was involved with all of that.
It's a hell of a
Shinabon
figurehead.
was What again?
That's where the
Crystal
Chardalyn was
Shard.
made, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the crystal shard that was destroyed about 100 years ago atop Kelvin's cairn and believed to be the source of Chardalyn.
Mm-hmm. But you say this looks like it comes from the prow of a ship?
Mm-hmm. Looks like the figurehead of a ship. Also, I think
It's on top of a ship.
Dragana, from where you are, you can see that this door, the northeastern door here, is cracked open.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate the figurehead to see, like, does it look like it was? I want to kind of tell like the status of it. Like, was it placed here prominently, or does it just happen to be here? Like, was it
Sure.
torn off of a ship, or was it delicately removed? Like that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, I'll take an investigation check.
I think as you're doing that, Trovis might say something to the fact that, like, where's what's her face? The one who let us in here.
Prudence?
Yeah, there we go. That one.
Not sure. Odd choice for a statue here, though.
Nora, you get the sense that this is just this isn't, it's not displayed prominently. You get the sense that it was brought here and left here. And it looks like it was forcibly removed from whatever ship it was on.
Okay, so I'll relay all of that. I'm kind of doing like Black Holmes thing of like reading through it and like examining the face, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it's placed here for display purposes. I think it was just stored here.
Check if it's screwed down.
I check.
Nope, you could push it over.
I agree.
It's toppleable.
Oh, so you didn't put it together then?
Actually,
Har. You're hilarious.
Okay. Nora, you also get the sense that when you get close to it, investigation 15, yeah, you're not sure that you want to physically touch it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm not. Yeah, like I go to touch it and then I kind of like don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get some bad feelings when you're physically close to this.
I don't like the look of this thing.
I mean, it's pretty ugly.
No, I mean more than just ugly. It's wrong.
Prudence. I pound on the wall. What's this thing here?
Did anybody go check the cracked door?
What cracked door?
I think Dragana was going to, but Cayce had to step away.
I see.
Yeah, I am still in a position. I am unaware that there is a crack door. But as soon as it's pointed out, oh, okay. And Morgrail will start walking up and peek in the cracked door.
So, Morgrail, when you peek in there, you see the body of the speaker, Daneth Whalen, lying in the corner of the room. Are you proficient with medicine?
Oh, yeah.
He appears to be alive, unconscious.
Don't see anybody else in the room, at least from what I can see in the crack.
Not from your current vantage point, no.
I kind of quietly over my shoulder, guys, speaker's in here. He's hurt. And kick open the door and immediately cure wounds on him.
Okay. You kick open the door and it swings inward into this corner, the southeast corner of that room. It hits the wall and then it bounces back. And then you cast Cure Wounds on the speaker. You cast it and he's lying there, and then suddenly, once your spell takes effect, he's like, and he gasps up and he's looking around and he's like, oh, Morgan, what happened? Oh my.
I was going to ask you the same thing.
He's like, I called, I sent the summons. Prudence told me you were here. I came down, and then something struck me. And he looks around and he's like, I'm in here? He's like, something struck me out there with the statue.
Yeah, what's with that statue? Odd choice.
And he's like, oh, it wasn't a choice. And he puts his hand up like for you to help him up, and then he staggers up to his feet. And he's like, no, he's like, sure. And he's like, it wasn't, he's like, trust me, it's not how I want to decorate the town hall. It was discovered by some fishermen, and they used a spell scroll to get it out of the lake. It was on a sunken fishing boat wreck at the bottom of Lac Dinashir. He's like, but I recognized it immediately. He's like, that statue, that figurehead, he's like, that's made of that substance that the out-of-towners came to tell us about. That's made of Chardalyn. He's like, I didn't want anybody getting wind of it. I didn't want it getting passed around or anything like that. So I had it stored in here. He's like, and I paid off those fishermen not to, to keep their mouths shut.
Mm.
You keep records of the payments.
He's like, oh, of course.
Facepalm. Which ones were they?
He's like, oh, it was Afa, and it was Hirfjord and Scatha.
So I have an ability.
You sure
when I
do.
go on the Easthaven Watch.
Mhm.
There's none of them present here, so I don't know if I have a horn I can blow or something.
I envisioned like a horn. Yeah, I thought of that after I wrote it. I was
okay.
like, well, we need something that will
Mhm.
work over distance.
Take out your cell phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up Periscope and I'm gonna.
You see it in WhatsApp.
I think Trovis is going to try to.
So
clear the
I'll
rest
blow
of
my
the
horn.
town hall.
This is the exterior of the building, right? Or is this?
That's the exterior.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll wait for my people to show up.
I'm going to look around
Right.
for any signs of like tracks or.
Yeah, Trovis is going to clear the rest of town hall or wherever we're at here, just to make sure there's no one else here. Actually, end a look for
So
prudence.
sure. So Ness, I'll take an let's see, to actually find tracks, I would say that have to be investigation. And Trovis, are you opening this door here? Okay. So Ness, you see small puddles of water that kind of track in and around this room here, the room that you're in. They go around the statue a little bit, and then they eventually kind of wear away. But almost like someone was dripping water somewhere in and around here. Trovis, when you open that door, you see that the window in this room is open, and there's snow blowing in. And then at this point, I think the 3 guardsmen would approach.
Open window.
So they come running at the sound of Dragana's horn.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, Captain, yes.
Appa, Scatha, Hirfjord, one of you to each of the residences. Keep them inside. Look out for intruders. Summon if anyone shows up. Dismissed.
And then they look at each other, and then they split up and go.
Mm-hmm.
Nora will poke her head into the room where the speaker is and be like, "Oi, speaker man, do you have like a bedroll, bed sheet, something we can cover this thing in?"
He's like, yes, there's we have extra blankets up in storage. I can have those fetched for. He's like, you want to cover it?
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
anybody
okay.
should be touching this thing. This thing is,
Bad
He's
juju.
like, well, I don't disagree. He's like, so yes, certainly. He's like, the 3rd floor, top floor. You'll find storage. It's right up there. It's through the library.
She'll go up and she'll grab it. We don't have to walk up unless there is something up there that's important.
Well, I mean, there's multiple rooms, so it depends on how nosy you want Nora to be.
If she sees something out of the ordinary that's open or a door cracked open, seems out of the ordinary, she'll investigate. Head.
Okay.
Here's
too
a
weird.
cat, or someone say someone's name.
Yeah, Trovis is going to kick this door open.
Okay.
I did shout out to people that there's an open window here.
Yeah.
if they wanna
Where does it look like
investigate
the tracks, the pools of water were coming from?
The original room that Trovis opened.
This is against the window. It's open.
You know those doors
the
have
window in the
handles,
room-
right? I yell after Trovis.
Dragana, the window in the room that you're in is closed.
I yelled, you know
It was-
those doors have handles, right? After Trovis.
Travis will be like, what?
Hey, he wants to kick, let him kick.
So Trovis, you go into that room. Yeah, okay. Yep, nope, that's exactly as is. And then
No one ever died from a door getting kicked open.
What is this? The Tomb of Horrors?
Town
This is
Hall
just
of
a
Horrors.
mezzanine? Like there's nothing on it?
Yes. Nope. On the second floor, that there's a door on the western end.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
which I'm going up to and passing through.
Yep.
I mean, I've been in this building before, haven't I?
Yes, you have. Oh yeah, definitely.
Dragana is familiar with this building.
Mhm.
Trovis, you're opening that door.
Yep.
Okay, that opens up onto the main entrance of Town Hall, the front door. And you see, it's not going to represent. I mean, this is a token that we'll use for her, but you see Prudence coming down the stairs from the second floor, and she's like, "I'm sorry, were you calling for me?"
Yeah. The speaker was knocked out, and we're wondering where you were.
She's like, "I was upstairs." She's like, "Oh no, is he okay?"
Yeah. Why don't you go check on him? Was there
Oh,
anyone
okay.
upstairs?
She's like, "No, it was just me."
Just you. You didn't see anyone coming in or out?
Other than you, no.
Okay, sounds good.
How much have we been filled in on? Like, about the Dwergar?
What did we tell ourselves?
Well, none of us have ever met ourselves, so...
Yeah.
Trovis would know about the Dwagar and the Chardalyn. Speaker Daneth Whalen would, obviously. The dwarves, you guys told the dwarves about the Chardalyn dragon. I think everybody would know at this point. Avarice would, because she's been working with you guys for at least the last few days. And so if she's been proving herself trustworthy, which I'm sure she has, then that information would have been shared as well. So so yeah, I think you all would know at this point.
How do Prudence's boots look?
You give me. Oh, you did. They look dry. So she goes in to check on Waylon.
I accompany her.
Yeah,
Okay.
Travis will go upstairs this way.
So all the way back to him.
So the dwarves know about the Dwergar that were hiding in the town?
Yes, I would say so. Because you guys,
So, I'm like
were
wandering
hiding in
around.
Easthaven? Yeah, I would say yeah.
I'm wandering around, pondering out loud. If I were a dirty, filthy sunblight, where would I hide? And I'll be like, Marco.
And then you
Oh,
just
you're
get in the corner
invisible.
with your bow drawn, and you're just like,
What's that? Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Look like any pieces are missing from the figurehead, or is it intact?
I will take an investigation check.
Okay. What do we got here? 22.
You do see some marks on it, implying that some tools were scraped along it at some point.
Okay.
But it's so minimal that it doesn't appear. It's not like there's an ear missing or anything like that off the statue. It's just like a couple scratches. Well, MJ ran away. Trovis.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Trovis, those stairs go up to a landing on the second floor. And then there's more rooms up there. So if you want to continue to investigate upstairs, I can move you to that floor.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I should probably actually start making some perception checks.
Sure, if you want to be perceptifying the room.
Sure.
I'll take that. Nora, okay. Actually, okay, there we go. 14. You don't hear any sounds other than your companions downstairs. Nora, you find your way up to the 3rd floor and the storage room where the blankets are kept. Trovis, as you are opening one of the doors on the 2nd floor, Dragana, you have like a 17 passive perception, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Dragana, you hear the sound of okay, so everyone's moving around in this room, and like Speaker Waylon and Morgrail and Prudence are talking. And Prudence is like checking Waylon over, and then he like starts to move and all that. But then there's this moment where everyone stops moving for like they're just not walking around or shuffling or all that. But you hear the sound of feet shuffling on the floor in the room you're in.
Sorry,
Despite
this
nobody
current room?
moving. Yep.
Yeah.
Am I still up in the mezzanine, or am I like in another area?
You're on the 3rd floor. Yep.
So I can see the ground.
Well, I'll just move you to the 3rd floor, and I'll move Trovis to the 2nd floor. So hang on.
Okay, so I am in a different area.
Yep.
So he was knocked out. Was he like stabbed or anything? Sorry, the speaker.
No, he appeared to just have a wound on his head, like a
Okay.
blunt force trauma wound.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like we got a door guard problem.
Yeah, maybe just a little one.
Seems
all right, so
to
I'll
be.
move to close the door, and I'll be like, let's get the speaker somewhere comfortable, so he can recover. Maybe.
And Prudence is like, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, MJ,
Yep.
I moved Nora. You're straight south of where you were. You are in. You're in a hallway. Behind you is the library that leads back downstairs. And these rooms here have storage with blankets and all that. And Trovis, yep. You already see where you are, so perfect. Okay. Okay, so Prudence takes the speaker out, and she takes him upstairs.
So
Morgrail's gonna stick with the speaker.
Okay.
I grab like a bed sheet and start heading back downstairs because I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
So Dragana, you said that you're closing the door that of the room the speaker was in?
Yeah, I do that before I instructed them to relocate him. Yeah.
How can they relocate if the door's closed?
There's 2 doors. If I close the exterior door.
Oh no, that's a window. I'm sorry, that's a window.
That's a window? Oh.
Yep.
Wait. Oh. Well, you said that. That was what I went through earlier to go talk to the guards.
I assumed you just looped around to the exterior door.
That's fair.
No, you went through the window.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call her the defenestrator Dragon. Dragon, whatever your name is.
Dragana, yeah.
Dragana. The defenestrator.
So they left and you closed the door?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you leave it open?
I'm gonna leave it open. Avarice, you hear a voice in your head. The voice says, will you come speak with me for a moment? I'd like to go over something.
Okay.
I will gesture with open arms into step into my office. Mm-hmm. So I heard just like a little shuffling. So yeah, I don't know. I can't force them, I guess, right, to reveal themselves.
Ness is walking around shouting the horriblest dwarven insults about Dragar at the top of his lungs. He's calling him a stone shitter, an angry footstool.
It's I'm gonna see what I can do here.
How is the wind blowing hard or anything?
Yes, it is blizzard weather outside.
But that window is closed, right?
But
Correct.
It's not
It was the
anymore.
window. Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
I
open
see
it.
what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's a little stuffy, don't you think?
Let me know when
s-
I get back downstairs.
You're coming back down. That's right. Yep. So you pass. You would pass the speaker and Prudence and Morgrail. And Prudence is going to take the speaker to the room just south of the one you are in, and I'll move you back downstairs.
once we get the speaker safe and, you know, basically secure in the room, and I'm sure that there's nobody else in here, I'll go back downstairs as well.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm going
no
to move
one
you
else
to.
knows to be looking for anything other than just instinct, right?
We all kind of heard
I-
there was shuffling.
I didn't think anyone heard that but me, but I could.
Dragana
Yeah,
was the
I
only
did.
one that actually heard it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I assumed that I heard nothing. I'm just being extra worrisome because dude already got snuck up on once.
Trovis, I'm going to move you back to the first floor map, but on that part of it.
Okay, sure.
And we have, there we go. So you're next to Nora and Morgrail as they're heading back down. Ness is standing at that doorway shouting dwarven obscenities. Dragana
Ness,
and
Shut
Avarice.
up, what are you doing? Who are you yelling at?
What? There's dirty whoremongers in here. I can smell it.
As soon as Dragana opens the window, I am gonna call for initiative.
Okay.
And let me clear all previous turns. That's why I wanted to get everybody back on the first floor map.
You.
Tyrion.
It's so much easier if you're all together. Oh wow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5, 6.
0.08.
What's going on? I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, that's great.
The tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All right. So a surprise round is going to ensue, but the question is if Avarice and Dragana are surprised because they know something's up. So what I'm going to take from you two is let's do a dex saving throw.
All right.
So just a dex test probably if you're not proficient in dex as a saving throw.
Oh.
Oof. Okay, so Dragana's surprised, but Avarice is not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to reveal this individual to you, Avarice, for the purposes. Oh no, it's not its turn. So Avarice, you know that there is someone in this corner that I'm pointing to of this room. Okay, you see that?
Yep,
Okay.
I see it.
All right, and it's you are first up, and they are going to be the next to go, and that's our first round. So. And you know that I should say that you know they're moving with hostile intent towards Dragana.
Sure. Well, let's shed a little light
Do
on the
you really
situation.
care about Dragana? I'm just kidding.
Yes, I do. I really do. I will just go ahead and let me. Well, like spells at a creature that I can't see. Can I still try to hit it?
You're aware of their presence, so it just has disadvantage.
Sure. I'll just
There's no.
So the snow
disadvantage.
didn't like settle on the dude in the way.
Not yet, because as soon as you started to open the window is when it acted.
Okay. Oh well, if it was fine. I mean, like,
But if you've got
just
something like
step-
Oh,
create
sure.
campfire
That's fine.
or
That's
whatever,
Well, I'm still
Sailor Doom is giving Rix bless for good luck.
avarice, I assume. So
Avarice, sorry, yep.
yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and still having eye contact with Dragana. I'm gonna take a mote of fire with my firebolt and blindly hit at where I think that creature is.
Okay.
It still has that bless on it, but it's basically 19.
A 19 hits. Good job.
And that is looks like it's still just doing 1d10. Let me do the other d10.
You can just.
That's 13 damage.
Okay. You hit and you hear a dwarvish curse come out. 13 damage. Okay.
Okay. And
oh, I'm sorry. No, yeah, it wasn't a bless. Avarice has a healing surge, but Avarice isn't damaged. So, Sailor Doom is stocking it for later in case you need it. I see.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So your firebolt hits the air, hits this pocket of air in the corner, and it bursts. And you hear this gruff like curse come from that corner. Anything else from you, Avarice?
Is that the only kind of movement I detect so far?
You did an action, so you have bonus action and movement still.
But
oh,
is
that's
that
the, yes.
only...
I'm sorry. Yep. Yes, it is.
Okay. I'll just move over to the opposite corner then.
Okay. All right, and then this guy is going to reveal himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
hello there.
Dragana gets a healing surge from Okami GG. Thank you for that. Just in time.
Yeah.
Because
wait, what
this
are
guy is
for these? Oh, D8s.
Everybody's a D8.
That is not the recovery, although.
No, it is not.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. Okay, so this guy is going to stab with a dagger. He's making 2 attacks. The first one's going to have advantage because he was you were caught off guard. Which is a hit. And you take 7 piercing, and then you feel this sharp pain shoot up through your nerves and directly into your brain as you also take 11 psychic damage.
Great. Okay.
And then he's going to stab again.
Sure hope that one doesn't hit.
That you're lucky because that one does not.
All right. Let's get that red bloody dot back there.
And then and then he is going to, oh gosh. Yeah, he's going to try and flee out the door. So you guys can make opportunity attacks if you so choose.
I think I'm going to choose.
14 hits.
Opportunity attack has to be melee as a spellcaster?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Oof, another 13.
That's just a 4.
Well, he's bloodied.
I don't know why.
But he makes it out to there. You're already on there. You're already first. But now we're done with our first round of combat. So now everybody is active. You guys see this bloodied Dwagar come rushing out of that room.
Hey,
and
what
he
the
sees
hell?
everyone else, and he has this moment where he pauses and his eyes go wide and his mouth kind of drops open. Also, I should say that he appears to be wearing a helmet, a special magical helmet of some sort. Avarice.
We don't know what that does. We weren't there.
You don't. You have no idea.
Do we know it's magical?
Yeah, being a person who studies magic and artifacts, would I have a chance at knowing what that does?
I would say that Avarice would know. You recognize it as a helm of teleportation. But you have a feeling that you would recognize it as a helm of teleportation.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so it's back to me.
Yes, it is.
I'll pop out the door. 5, 10, 15. And let's see. How do I want to play this? He's bloodied already.
He is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and light him up with another scorching ray then. Or firebolt.
All right.
Sorry.
Firebolt, okay. 25 hits.
Yeah.
Gross.
And then the other D10, that's 14 damage.
Oof. Well, you drop him.
Nice.
Were you firebolting to subdue?
In this case, I was, yes.
What?
Okay.
I wasn't trying
Like,
to roast the
burned
only
his leg
queen.
off.
look like?
What?
Yeah, just literally firebolt to the quad, and like leg is just gone.
Yeah, I just burned through his leg muscles.
Just a little
So
bit.
this Dwagar collapses to the ground in mid stride as Avarice runs out and firebolts him again.
It's like in Kung
Yeah.
Fu Hustle, where that guy's running and he drops and throws the axe and he knocks his foot off, and he goes and puts down on the stump.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. All right. So the Dwagar is lying unconscious on the floor. What do you
First
guys
thing I'm
do?
gonna do is run up and take the helmet off his head.
Weapons away from him.
Yep.
Nice. He only has the one dagger, but as soon as you grab it, you can see that its blade is coated with some sort of concoction, some alchemical concoction.
Oh, careful with that. Careful.
I told you I could smell a lump of
Yeah,
foot.
I have like some big slash running through the room. Yeah, I will be.
You should get that looked at.
North over. She's still got like a huge bundle of bed sheets, and she like throws it over the statue to cover it, and then walks over and examines the Dwargar, I guess.
As plans go, this is remarkably stupid, even for the Dwargar.
They're not known for their intellect, to be fair.
Well, they didn't expect that we would be here.
Mm-hmm. We were here.
Is this a solo mission in Dwarvish, I guess?
He's
I
knocked
don't know.
unconscious currently.
I like
He's
tap him
unconscious,
very,
but-
very lightly. Tap him very lightly on his face, like, wake up, wake up. And just as he starts coming out, and just punch him in the face.
He wakes up. You see him start to come around to the light taps, and then suddenly he gets punched in the face, and he starts swearing in Dwarvish. And he looks and he sees
That's
all
not.
of you, and he's like, "Oh,
That's no way to speak to her. He called you something very unsavory.
I speak Dwarvish.
Shit.
I would like to ready an act that if he tries to go invisible, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay, nice. So he looks around at everybody, and you see immediately he like reaches for his side and then realizes the dagger's gone, and he's like,
Would have tried
At
to
that-
bind him
at
before
that
we
motion-
slap him awake.
"Oh, okay."
But I didn't get it out in time. But
Sure.
anyways.
But yeah, no, he goes for the dagger and realizes it's not there. It's like,
At that motion, I kind of walk up and I'm clicking my my quarterstaff as I'm walking up. I think we have a few things to ask you.
it's like, oh, ask. You can ask all you want. You won't get an answer from me.
I slap him. There's
I mean,
flies
Oh,
everywhere in this place. I'm like,
He's
in the
not going to answer
custody
us.
of
I guess we might as well just
Easthaven.
throw him in prison forever then. You know, with his. Oh, I guess we don't know that. Never mind.
I mean,
like,
if you're not gonna answer, I'll let Ness take care of you and get whatever answers out of you he can. That's up to you. But I think this might just go a little bit smoother if we can have a civilized conversation rather than all this stabbing and burning.
I slap him again and slapping.
And he's he's like, oh, no, civilized, no, no answers.
Let me guess.
Lock me up, throw me in the dungeon.
You were here for that? Point to the statue.
And he leans over and he's like, oh, didn't even notice it. What is it? Looks
Really? Yeah, you didn't notice it.
Cool. Nope. Mm-mm.
Do I even have to make an insight check?
Anyone with insight over 0 knows that he's lying.
He's literally telling the truth.
You plan on bringing this back by yourself?
I don't know what you're talking about. Bring what back?
You know, technically you haven't been placed under arrest yet.
Yeah, we could just put you back in the ground.
Roll me an intimidation check.
God damn it.
With advantage, because both you and Dragana were implying.
I'm -1. Are you? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, bronzebeard dwarves, battle hammers, fine. He's like, yes. I was, what little bit I could get. He's like, little bit at a time. He's like, it would have worked. The speaker hadn't shown up.
Yeah, if the
Pardon me.
whole town would have died of old age before you'd even got a knuckle out.
Yeah, this thing
knuckle.
is like large. Like,
He's like, I can carry more than a few pounds of it at a time and break it apart.
With no one noticing.
Well,
You must
I'd
be-
long gone.
Can I, like, I'm going to take a leap here because we know what his name is because, was it?
Sure.
What? Oh, wait.
You know what his name is? Dearth.
Dirt, yeah. Oh, you're Durf Sunblight. You're the one they all talk about. The slow
What?
one?
What do you mean they all talk about? What?
You're the
No,
one
that's
that
my
was
brother.
dropped from the crib, right? As a baby.
Crib.
Straight on your
Oh.
head.
No. Silly battlehammer dwarf. No. Dwargar don't have cribs, you idiot. I wasn't dropped from a crib. I
but
was
you-
dropped from the throne.
You were raised by dire halflings, right?
What?
You were wet nursed by dire halfling?
I'm trying to make dire halfling a thing.
Shut up.
No, you're just gonna confuse.
Some things don't change regardless of party, apparently.
I'm gonna,
He looks up at the rest of you. He's like, is this the best you got?
Nora is not much for conversation with random enemies, so she'll kind of like motion for Avarice and be like, "Can I see the helm?"
I look at it and judging it not to be that impressive an item, I'll toss it over.
Catch it, and I'll make an Arcana test to see if it's got like. any
You really
active
aren't the
magic.
smartest Sunblight, are you? Wait.
He just tosses his arms.
It must mean that what's his name? What's the other one? Knee High Sunblight? He must be in prison or something if they've
Yeah.
given you a mission.
aren't you a dwarf too?
What?
Shut up.
Ness, I think you're coming at this the wrong way, because I think the whole lot of them are dumb.
No, but this one's especially dumb. This one makes the rest of them look like, well, you, Nora.
Cool, thanks. Just go back to my helmet.
Someone search him. Alright, best
So what was
investigation
the
unsolved.
plan? What was the plan? You were gonna what part of the Chardalyn dragon were you gonna bring them? The toenails, the belly lint of a Chardalyn dragon with the amount of Chardalyn you were gonna smuggle out of this statue over the course of the rest of your life, you moron. You lumber-footed, keg-bellied, stone-shitting sack of crap.
Ooh,
Trev
that's a
was
new
just
one. I
That'd
like
be a
it.
good one.
nodding along and like, yeah, what he said.
He's just like, you see him like getting disgruntled with each insult. He's like, nope.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to cut your head off, and I'm going to throw it straight up Papa Sunblight's feet when he turns up with his Chardalyn porcupine or hedge pig, whatever it is that they're going to mine. You scavenging scumbags have managed to bring back. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell him,
like,
look.
Not get any answers from me.
We're already not getting answers.
My friend
That's
Morgrill here
right.
can speak with the dead. You'll probably be much more compliant after we throw you in the ground for a day or two. Did Nick
Travis, you
freeze?
said that you insulted. Oh yeah, he does look kind of frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wait, a few people are frozen for me.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Wait, did someone nuke Minnesota? What's happened? Where's the Midwest gone?
I know, it's just California.
It's just
Well,
California
yeah.
and the UK.
The whole Midwest. Oh no.
Oh, I'm going to have
Uh-oh.
to switch to
Oh,
the
no.
technical difficulty screen.
Well, we
I just
warped
have you, Ian.
space, apparently.
Well, being as the DM isn't here to run his game, I think we win.
What is happening?
The main party
We
gets
win the whole
7 levels.
campaign.
Yeah, the main party gets 7 levels, and this party gets to do as they please. Are they
Mhm.
back?
Maybe. That was weird.
Good power surge or something local.
Someone set up an EMP somewhere near fucking Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would still explain nuke,
Mm-hmm.
or nuke would explain that. Right? The whole college routes. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone is speaking besides the three of us, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just gonna demoralize him by insulting him enough, and then?
It seems to be.
I mean, we
the
pretty much
plan.
know what the plan is, right? He's not going to be able to give us anything
Oh.
else unless he knows that they're coming early.
I don't know. I don't really know what they're like. Yeah, I don't know how much this crew knows about
Mhm.
whatever else, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a unknown zone.
Especially like Avarice, though. Like I don't know. Like-
Yeah, it's tough because she's, obviously a important character that's like has some information, but I don't know all the information she has. I'm trying to toe the line of like playing the character, but not like doing stuff that she might not know about or does know about and wouldn't, reveal.
Mhm. Still no audio from anyone besides me and Dave and Ian.
Yeah, they're just popping in and out.
If you guys are trying.
Early split.
How could Discord as a service be down just in?
It's just the routing out of
Just the
Midwest.
region, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, has to be some Midwest thing.
Oh man, we can't call. We're like not gonna see these characters.
I know, what a time to call it.
Avarice puts on the helm, stabs the Dwargar in the face, and teleports away.
And disappears.
Teleports back to the mothership.
Yeah.
I haven't even got a backup that would I mean, I guess I could try and pull people into StreamYard.
Oh, hang on. Voice for US Central is supposed to be operational. Obviously, that's not the case.
I was able to connect through my phone, but not through my computer.
Had that happened before. Well, I mean, maybe another minute or two. Come back. Okay.
Well, general listeners, how many of you would like to spend channel points on getting our fucking connection going again?
I thought you weren't streaming right now.
Huh?
Are you still running the stream?
Yeah, I just switched to the technical difficulties thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got the map
Wait.
and the Roll20 chat and the Twitch chat. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still live. There's no frames been dropped, so it's not. It's not.
Huh. I'm not seeing the technical difficulties on the stream.
Wait,
now.
what?
No, it's just us hanging around. And the audio's still going through.
Yeah, the technical difficulty screen is the Roll20 map, the Roll20 chat, the Twitch chat, and the audio. That's it.
It still has audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is going through.
It's just the screen if someone drops camera.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Jayhawk says we can
Wow.
have his XP. Wait, don't you have like 10 left from last time? It's not going to go very fast, split 6 ways.
I'll
We get
spend some
XP from our
field trip on it.
sidekicks.
I've fallen in love with this NPC.
Tree Fitty. He's got Tree Fitty.
I think Avarice has given me nothing but like high rolls. I think I'm just gonna stick with Avarice.
It's gonna be tough if she's supposed to be a boss or something. All right, Ian, time to turn over.
Yeah.
Ian's the traitor.
Slot baby time.
Yeah, I don't think this is working.
No. Because Nick and Justin have both said that they can't reconnect. Oh, and I missed
Yeah,
it.
who knows how long it could take with these outages.
Man.
Okay, so Nick has said he's going to do a text post in Roll20 chat, which I'm guessing the stream can see,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's going to call it.
Man.
It was just getting to the good bit.
I know.
Yeah.
Should have just used my signature spell when I had a chance.
I like.
I completely forgot until, of course, things broke that I have, my signature ability.
Yeah, I had plans for my ability and for this one spell.
Mine relies on me getting hit.
Mine
If you're a
is
ranged character,
like,
why would
Well, he's got like ranged attack stuff, and he's got like an ability that rerolls his melee damage. So I'm guessing he's meant to be both.
Mine is an information ability, which is really tempting to cheese it for our purposes to know information, but
that is kind of weird. Yeah.
because
same.
it's like the topics I can choose from are stuff that's like extremely relevant to our main party, but
Mhm.
So
try not
mine
to cheat it.
is I get to ask Warden 3 questions. So basically, I ask the DM 3 questions, basically a souped-up version of augury. First question must be about the results of a specific course of action the party plans to take in the next 24 hours. Second question may be any question which may be answered with yes, no, or unknown.
Third question may be any question which may be answered in a single word.
I can gain information
could
on
you know
3
if
of
the
the following
answer is-
5 topics. So I could ask about Arcane Brotherhood, Arl, Bryn Shander, Chardalyn, or the Sunblight Fortress.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
All right, okay. So Durf Sunblight can confirm a couple of things for you. The Chardalyn Dragon is complete, done, as I'm assuming that means. Second, he came back for extra Chardalyn in case repairs are needed for the dragon after its attack. They expect it to level all of 10 towns and return to the fortress with minimal damage, but you never know.
Okay. Insight check. Just kidding.
Well,
Well, sorry everyone, but
a shame that the main party doesn't know that.
Yeah,
yeah.
this would be real useful information for the main party.
Yeah, I wonder
Oh.
where this party will go.
I think
next.
MJ's got something he wants to add before we... I'm going to wait for Nick says to switch it off. Nora says the helm is a helm of limited teleportation, can only be used with between 2 specified points, and can teleport the wearer and 3 allies. I think you knew that already.
Yeah.
We suspected it. We didn't know for certain.
I mean,
Well-
that does give us a guaranteed way to get into Sunblight.
For 4 people.
Between 2
Yeah,
special.
but like counting, if we put people in the bag of holding for like 10
Just for a little
seconds,
bit.
yeah,
Oh,
Something happening?
all of the cameras went and my video call signal has dropped into the red.
Huh.
I think
The video-
Nick might have changed the server region.
I think that's what he's trying, yeah.
I like
Ooh,
how
we
we
got
got
a
we got a
subscriber anyway.
sub for technical difficulties.
oh,
My video just cycled. It just reconnected.
Yeah.
I think the problem with changing the server region is that it's the routing out of the Midwest. It's where you move the server to isn't going to make any difference if it's all coming out of the Midwest.
I wonder why I was able to connect via my phone when
well,
nobody else was.
US mobile is so fucked up. When I go to the States, it routes my data back through the UK.
Something is just
Not even
really
joking.
hating on Minnesota tonight, so
Yeah.
What do we want to do with Durf? Lock him up.
it's a blizzard, and so this takes place a couple of days after
Oh. Yeah.
what's it called?
Justin just posted that ton of problems with Discord reported.
Yeah.
Presumably, no one's leaving 10 towns, right? Like, it might be worthwhile for the main party to get a chance at this guy.
I firebolted. Just kidding. I won't. No.
Also, there is such a thing as a royal hostage. Although I don't know that Dragana would be the ones to say that.
Oh, Morgrail would not be happy with that idea.
Yeah, well,
Ness just wants to
It
kill him.
actually sounds like a great idea. Thanks,
Yeah, this like Avarice. That's yeah. Ness would just want to kill him.
I knew you had potential, Dragana.
Keep these horrible plans quiet from the lawful good cleric. Obviously, I'm not playing him
If the
as
dragon
lawful
is-
stupid, but
if the
I have
dragon
a-
is fully operational, can they use it if they don't know where the royal heir is?
Where the what is? Sorry.
If they don't know where the royal heir is, like,
we have
I
no idea.
don't know too much about these Dwergar. I don't know how much they care about that kind of thing.
Yeah. Plus, he is the stupid one.
I mean, maybe they
They're
do.
both
I
stupid
just
ones,
don't
though.
know.
No, but he's the especially stupid one.
Is he though?
I thought the other guy was the stupid. The other one was the stupid and boastful one. This one's the stupid and stubborn one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I like Nora's plan. If I don't get to kill him.
I think I
agree.
would say that because of the blizzard, there's no point. We can't relocate him now, anyways.
Shackled and in a cell.
Mm.
Yeah, I think despite Avarice's tendency sometimes, it makes the most sense to leverage this guy.
We don't know what we can use
Perhaps
him
can't
for,
kill
but it
two
makes
people in one day. Like, what's Leif gonna think of that? You know, when he gets back.
What's what? Huh?
What? Like, I have to answer to Leif like on how many people we killed while you are out of town.
I know, that's why I wanted to
would worry
pile
about
up the
justice
chaos
if
even
we
more
just,
by
like-
the time the main party gets back.
I don't think I'd give a shit about the Dragonborn woman. She was a binch.
Oh, Bear is going to be head over heels coming back to her dad.
Yeah, so lock him up and keep him in Easthaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So locked up.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Dearth. Yeah, so are we officially
I'm just going to get the
calling
nod
it?
from Nick.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I thought he said yeah.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that the discussion is like finished
Mhm.
for the stream.
That Discord problem chart.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick's big finish was, as you are heading back towards Town Hall from the jail, you can't help but notice 3 beams of light to the south of town, wavering back and forth as they slowly approach Easthaven.
Oh,
He was alone.
Beams of light. Oh, 3 beams of light?
yeah.
Fucking zombies.
Come back to a zombie attack.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
Yep. So Nick says, thanks for suffering through this final bit. We'll see you next week at 7 PM Central for the Sky Tower Goliath session featuring Rixana, Bear, and Nahesa. Yes, we can end it now.
Which we can end it.
Everybody,
Mhm.
nobody can see any of you. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye. Thanks
Thanks
you.
for showing up. We appreciate you.